Is that the
Best
Faces of the
punchliner
Future?
in rap.
Welcome to episode 138 of the Faces of the Future podcast. It's your boy Mills.
It's your boy, man. So Moose, what's good? What's good? What's good?
What's good? What's good? What's good? We full in the compound today. You know what I'm saying? We heavy in the compound right now.
Facts.
You know what I'm saying? We got Shronny in the building. How you doing today, Shronny?
Good, bro. I'm chilling.
You chilling?
Yeah, man. I had a good weekend.
You always have a good weekend.
Always have a good weekend. At least I'm trying. Shoot.
I feel that. Rocket in the building. How you doing today, Rocket?
Just staying out the matrix, bro. You already know that.
Just staying out the matrix every single week. You ain't get caught up this week?
Hell nah, bro. At least not yet, bro.
Not yet. The weekend's still young.
Don't jinx it on me, nigga.
The weekend is still young. You know what I'm saying? It's only a Saturday, afternoon right now?
That's what I'm saying. Usually when we have this, it's during the day.
Yeah.
So then when the night falls, I don't know.
That's when the red pill, blue pill comes out.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? We got Kendall in the building today. You know what I'm saying? How you
Yeah,
doing,
my guy's outside. See?
My boy outside.
Back outside, boys.
You say you in the background? You in the
Bring
background?
the mic closer.
Just chilling. We in the background today. Just in the back.
You know what I'm saying? We still gotta let the people know you in the compound. Let people know you in the compound.
This is how you.
Was it 138? You said
Something like that.
138.
Yeah,
I'm
138.
impressed, man. I'm very proud of you guys, man. Big platform that you guys are creating.
Appreciate you.
Appreciate it.
I had to bring my guy out the trenches.
Yeah, Moose had to drag him out the trenches.
We dragging him out on Wednesday night too. Best
Dragging him
believe.
out in it.
You said what you said?
You said what?
I was just being
This guy. I'm dragging him out on Wednesday too. I'm Chris Paul with it.
You said you Chris Paul with it?
Chris Paul with it.
Speak to the board.
He said speak to the board. Get back to us.
Foundation, yeah.
I'm dead. Moose, you was on one today on the ones that
twos again?
You know what I'm saying? What energy was you on?
I told you I got the heat, bro.
You got the heat.
I'm not just an R&B Afro beats nigga, bro.
You said your playlist is better than Rockets. Is that what you were saying?
100%.
100%. You said your music tastes better.
100%.
You said you've had a club. It was more popping than his too. If y'all was right across the street. You know what I'm saying?
They're coming to my club.
Y'all both opened up. Whose club's jumping?
They gonna walk into his shit. They like, all right, this shit's a vibe, cool. They didn't come over here and never gonna come back.
You want to know what happened?
It's gonna be like 2 days.
You want to know what happened? You want to know what happened?
I'm gonna tell them, yo, just go over there for a minute, just catch a vibe popping, because it's my boy.
He's the pregame spot.
Nah, not at all.
That's like
He's the pregame spot for the real party.
He's the spot
Nah,
that you go at 8 o'clock.
9 to 11 when
Listen.
they go to. Go ahead.
Listen, I have a very diverse music taste.
That's cool.
Throughout the week, I could have 4 or 5 different. I could have an Afro jam where I play African music. I could have an R&B. I could have an R&B and social. I could have a trap night. I could have a house night.
Yeah.
I could have a lot of different bags and make a lot of different monies and sell different bottles.
All that sounds good. I'm just energy, bro.
You can have the energy.
No, see, bro,
but you got to be
he doesn't
careful.
understand. I'm just the energy, bro.
You got to be careful about the energy you bring in. Mine's is still gonna be good vibes.
But he's saying he is the energy. He said he said he's the energy. He said they gonna attract to him.
Yeah.
He
It's gonna be
attract the
fine,
vibes.
but they still gonna come to my spot. I'm still
Yeah.
make the bread.
What time y'all spots opening on the weekend?
My shit probably not gonna open till like prime time, 11:30, 12. We're not closing till like 4 in the morning.
It's one of them spots.
This
Yeah.
guy, I'm doing 10. I'm doing 10 to 6.
10 to 6.
Yeah.
That's cool. We gonna
My
have
cousin
after
spot does that.
Nah. We're gonna let the
That's
business
8
run 10
hours.
to
That's 8 hours,
11 to
bro.
4,
Yeah.
and then we're gonna have an after joint.
After joint.
My cousin spot does that all the time.
Y'all selling food in that joint too? Or is it more just a turn up?
Yes.
They coming in.
But you just got to get the people if you're going to do it from 10 to 6. That's all.
Yeah, I
You
mean,
gotta-
but that's the
you
people that
gotta
want to
be-
make
what I'm
money.
saying?
You got to be in the right place. Like if you're in New York City, definitely.
That
got
definitely is working up
So-
there.
But it
But
depends.
at
all about
Philly,
location.
you think like people really going to be staying up till 6 o'clock?
Yeah, there's a lot of
Philly,
people.
nah.
No,
Philly,
there's a lot of people that do
I
that.
feel like people would.
to fill up a club.
Yes, there's a lot of people that do that.
So-
You making it
Well,
up.
I think because there's not that many spots like that. So if you have one like that, that's a late night vibe. Like you said, it's cousin spot. Like people gonna go there because shit kind of close. Everybody says shit kind of closes early out there.
True.
Right.
When people want to be outside, they want to be outside, and if you don't provide people the opportunity to do that, it's money on the table. Like
What time do like clubs out here like kind of close?
2:30.
2, maybe at most.
But they have
3.
like a late night joint.
They have a couple late nights. There's some late night spots, but it's like they aren't like advertising a spot that's open late. You feel me? Like if you go to like Miami, spots is staying open till the next day essentially.
Facts.
Right.
Like my cousin's spot, like going back to the food thing, they have food open all night.
Yeah.
Well, to a certain time because they gotta go home. But it's like you there 11:30. You want some food? You get the fried rice. You get the wings. You get the cheesesteak, egg rolls. You get whatever.
Oh, shebang.
So you get everything.
Like you just gotta order. You get the lamb chops, all that.
He said the combo
fact.
platter.
The
Nah,
combo.
facts.
You gonna be on the toilet the next morning. I know that for sure.
But them joints is rocking.
He said the joints is rocking. True. that bathroom gonna be rocking the next morning. That boy's not going about 35, 45 minutes.
Facts.
Ew.
But nah, But nah, bring it back to that music shit, bro. Baby Tron got the best punchlines in rap.
He said something about the gravel turn him into an airbender.
TRX make the shit gravel make me airbend. Nah,
I said, huh?
bro, he has the best punch. He has the best punchlines in rap. That track before, he's like, I don't go to bed, think about it, do the bag, sleep. Come on, bro, like, yo, like, come on. He got the best punchlines in rap. Him and V's.
Like, yeah, both the artists that you played, V, that Jones Slide, the first record you played by V.
The second one was Tay Retro.
The second one was crazy.
Tay Retro.
Was Baby Tron on the second one though?
Yeah, that was the second verse. Yeah. And then obviously, Baby Tron. Baby Tron, telling you, don't sleep on that. Don't sleep on that white boy because he got long hair.
He wanted a problem. He think he'll be around for a minute.
Oh yeah, 'cause he has he has bars. He has a song called 100 Bars.
Yeah, I know. I watched the music video. It's literally they have a different variation of him for 100
That
different
John
times,
goes
bro.
crazy. Mr. Do the Dash, Monte Bull, like he's really him.
How old is he? Like his early 20s or
Yeah, early 20s.
Okay. Dang.
His dad was in a band. I forgot which band it was, but
Really?
his
Like
dad.
a bopping man.
Yeah, I forgot what band it was though. His dad's like really popular apparently.
Is he an industry plant?
He's not an industry plant, but he's a nepo baby. That's the best way to put it. It's like Coil Ray.
Yeah. How do you feel about Coil Ray's pops? Was it Benzino saying like he's calling all her stuff cat?
Yeah,
Damn.
I heard that.
He came out on because he was talking about how she grew up like sleeping in the car. She said, "You ain't do none of that. At least not with me." Like,
But that's the thing though, not with him. Like,
True.
like
There's the whole other side of the story.
Yeah, like at a certain
kinda
point,
like
you
the Diddy
Benzino,
situation.
you wasn't paying attention probably. So, hey, I can't really. Know what I mean?
nah, for that. But how was your weekends? How was your weekend, Moose?
It was cool. I was at the LBs yesterday. We did a little LB giving, Thanksgiving, whatever y'all want to call it.
I'll be giving.
Just chilled around. Just had a couple jokes, talked a little bit. Just a calm shit. For Thanksgiving and stuff like that. So
That's good. Y'all ready for the Thanksgiving holiday? I know you are, Sean. You be eating like
Yo, I was about to say
that boy. He probably fasting for the. He probably gonna fast the day before.
bro, my mom already sent out the text of let me know what y'all want because we cater our African food and then we cook all the other stuff at home. So they're like, yo, let us know what you need. Because Thanksgiving be a big deal at my crib. So it's like everybody, and I mean everybody welcome. Literally everybody can come through whenever.
I know. I need an African platter though, a Nigerian platter.
I do.
We have half coolers of jollof rice, half coolers of fried rice.
That's all I need to hear. That's
It's
all I
gonna
need
be
to
there that weekend. So all y'all niggas need to be like, hey, I'll be there on Friday.
Say that done. You ain't gonna tell me twice.
Facts.
You ain't
That's
gotta
all I
tell me.
needed.
You ain't gotta tell me. I just need the invite. You good?
I might actually let me check the weather.
He said, "Let me check the weather. Make sure it's a nice day."
Put everything
Thursday,
out.
Friday. Oh, Friday's kind of cold. Never mind. I was about to say I might be corny and throw some shit on the grill. Never mind. It's 40 degrees.
Yo, he
out.
love telling people he
he
know how to
like
grill, bro.
But
He
but think
love
about it
telling
though.
me he know how to grill.
But think about it, do
Totally
niggas?
grilling though. I ain't gonna.
I know.
But that's the thing though. But do niggas grill anymore? That's why I'm like,
No, you're right. I'm not hating. That's hate. That's okay.
it's not hate though.
That's hate.
It's
That's
no
hate. I'm
uncop.
hating.
But no, let me cop please though, because a lot of people like. Let me not make it too serious, but it's like how the housing market is now. Like starter homes are not cheap. Like
Right.
normally by our age, like back in the day, you would have had a starter home. You learn all that stuff on the fly, but nowadays, how shit is, niggas don't have money for a crib. Like at that point, like I'm gonna buy a crib and then still not know how to grill because I can't afford a grill.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? So it's just I get it, but it's just
Do you feel a lot of like men don't know how to cook?
I feel
Do y'all know how to cook?
of
I
course.
don't make sound.
he said I know how to make sign.
Nah. For real, like if it really comes down to me, like cooking something, hell yeah.
But that's the thing though. I guess what he means is like not make some shit, but actually make
I'm
a
talking
meal.
about like I'm like yeah.
I feel like no. I mean,
I enjoy cooking, so I mean, like I know how to cook.
I enjoy cooking. Like I got a couple of chefs, stuff like that, chef books and all that kind of stuff. Like I enjoy cooking, but I kind of grew up in that. Like my family had the catering business, all that kind of stuff. So I grew up in that, like in the kitchen and stuff like that.
What's your favorite? What's your best meal y'all can cook?
Curry, shrimp and salmon.
Curry, shrimp, and salmon.
Like pan-seared chicken thighs in the oven, like garlic roasted, like potatoes chopped in the oven.
Mine's lamb chops, but I love lamb, bro. I've been practicing that joint for about a year.
Lemon is decent. I could make a good chicken parmesan too.
Chicken parm.
Chicken parm is decent.
Cool.
But that's
chicken parm.
Shawnee Rocket, what's yours?
Nigga
Yeah,
said
gotta
lamb.
get a chicken parm. The chicken parm is like that.
No. He said lamb. I'm like,
Oh, nah, lamb. What you mean? Lamb is
I
good
mean,
too.
yeah, I'm over here just cooking for,
Especially-
just me. What I like a chicken enchilada, chicken Alfredo, like I said, chicken
For sure.
parmesan.
No, that's what I'm saying. I'm cooking
Yeah,
for.
you
I'm cooking
said-
for. You
yeah,
talking
yeah.
for anybody? I'm cooking for myself.
Yeah,
I'm
that's
cooking
what
lamb
I'm
for
saying.
myself. I eat that
You know
lamb
what
and
I'm
rice in the
saying? What's
crib
your-
on my
like, what's your
ones.
best meal to make? Yeah, absolutely.
Go right to the butcher. You know what I'm saying?
know
Go
I
chef
feel
it
like,
up.
I feel like I'm more of a griller though, as far as when it comes like to like.
Nah, I haven't really mastered the grill.
Not yet.
What?
I haven't mastered the grill.
Oh, why not? You just haven't tested it?
Yeah, guy, I'm
It's
not
an art.
Like I'm not like gonna be somebody like say, yo, I'm grilling today. I'm gonna be the first boy to jump up.
Right.
Yeah, nah, it's an art because you gotta think about
And
the
we
types
cooking
of
in the kitchen.
Yeah,
All right, that's
right.
what.
yeah, like you gotta think about the type of grills. You got like a straight flat grill. You got the actual like double decker propane grill. You got the little coal grill. You know what I'm saying? Like it's a lot of different things and a lot of different ways you,
You
gotta approach
mastered
it.
it?
No, I only know a propane tank, my nigga. Listen,
Shit different, bro.
get the
The
coals.
The charcoal.
Coals is
yeah, the
fire.
coals is-
When you know how to do a coal grill, perfect. That's when you know you really him. Like that's why I say I'm decent, but I'm not him.
Yeah.
Once I know a coal, yeah, no, I'm him.
And like I was like smokers are hard to like.
Smokers are really hard. You
I
gotta
could-
heat
Takes
stuff
time.
like that. Yeah.
Yeah.
I remember. I don't know if you remember this, but it was one Thanksgiving. I think I forgot where we were at. But they were trying to smoke the turkey, but they burnt that joint. That joint had me. Yeah. Might have been Pops, to be honest. That boy, he just forgot about it. Like, I don't know, cook me if I'm wrong, but
You know, it's a grilling is an art. Cooking is cool. I find it funny though. Like, you know how we all just said different meals.
right.
Ask like 85% of girls what they know how to cook. What's the answer?
They ordering out.
Chicken Alfredo. That's what they know how to
Yeah,
cook.
chicken Alfredo, yeah.
I know how to make chicken Alfredo from
He said they order
scratch.
it out. I'm dead.
They are ordering now. They ordering the roof
facts.
Chris, whatever this shit's called, prime rib, but not.
Yeah,
It's
chicken Alfredo is the top one. Like that's you can make that in your sleep. You just need to make noodles and know how to make some chicken and just put some
Yeah,
Alfredo
yeah,
sauce.
Yeah,
it's
fuck
too
that. Some
easy.
people
I
don't
need
know how to
something
make that
different.
shit, bro.
But how do you not know how to make chicken Alfredo though? It's like you get the sauce in
I
a
get
jar,
what
put it in
you're
the
saying.
put
And even if you make it from scratch, some people don't even know how to do
where
that.
you
That's
go
what
wrong
I'm
with a lot of
saying.
stuff. You got to do it from scratch. No jars.
That's what I'm
No,
saying.
but I'm saying though, like the average person probably don't make the Alfredo sauce on their one.
They should. They should try it. It's
They
easy.
should
It's
try.
really easy. It's really like 4 ingredients. It's really all you need.
For sure.
Some girls will be like, yeah, I can make it from scratch, and I put in a little bit of paprika or whatever. I get the drug and they're like, oh, paprika, onion powder. Congrats. Let me stop.
Shit. If it tastes good, it tastes
You
good.
said if it tastes good, it tastes good.
No, you're right. It's
So
just
mess your insides up.
it does, but it just
That's the most important part of cooking. Everything
What?
can taste good, but it has to flow through your system. That's meals that are really good. Like those
Yeah.
meals I like a lot.
Now that's a fact. Everybody, y'all watching the pick six that happened?
yeah.
Everybody froze.
I said, oh, but like you're right. It is. I'm just playing, but it's just we just tired of hearing chicken Alfredo when I could cook chicken parm. I could cook curry chicken.
Yo, has there been an
do all
instance
that.
where like a woman, a shorty or whatever, she was like, yo, I'm gonna cook you some dinner, right? Like she was hyped, like saying she could cook you got a meal, and that joint was terrible. That joint was like terrible. Like you was like, what is this? And you was like, it was so bad, you like forcing yourself to eat it, you know what I'm saying? So you didn't make the person feel bad. You said facts, what happened?
That joke was horrible.
What they make for you?
I think it was like salmon cakes and grits with like it was crazy. It was a basic like breakfast, bro. Salmon cakes,
Yo,
grits,
yo,
bro.
Sound?
your stomach was doing a heavyweight championship bout, bro. Heavyweight championship boxing match.
That boy had bubble guts.
bro.
That joint sounded crazy.
Salmon
Nah, that-
cakes and grits.
Bro, salmon cakes, grits with the eggs, scrambled eggs, bacon, like
She's trying to poison you.
biscuits, bro.
But that's weird though. If you're gonna do that, you might as well just get the what's the shit called? The lox. You get the lox with the eggs, and you make the sandwich, and you get a bowl of grits with the. Let me stop. Let me stop.
You give me too much game away, you said?
Yeah, like it's
I
it's
just
not that
told
hard.
you asked me.
Yeah.
No, you're right. You're right. No, you're right.
Horrible.
Yeah, you're right. I'm just saying it's just like
It was not it.
she ain't have to do all that.
Bro. That's crazy though. But let's jump into the Monday Rundown news. We got a lot on our plate today in the news topics. Where y'all want to start?
Where do you want to start?
Where do I want to start?
Let's just get it out the way.
You
man.
want
the
to
way?
start with Diddy? All right,
Yeah.
cool. All right. So, a lot of news has surfaced over the last 2 days. which we're surprised by the 2 days, but we'll go into detail. So what I'm going to do is just read the allegations that happened with Diddy. I'm just going to read a brief report and give everybody the timeline, and then I want everybody kind of just give their reaction and thoughts on stuff that's going on. So on Thursday, I think it was the 16th. It says, according to multiple news outlets, including like Billboard and the New York Times, Sean Diddy Combs was sued Thursday by R&B singer and longtime romantic partner Cassie over allegations that he repeatedly physically abused her over the course of a decade, including one instance of rape. So Cassie's party's claim was in a lawsuit filed in Manhattan federal court. Attorneys for Cassie, full name Cassandra Ventura, claimed she endured over a decade of his violent behavior and disturbed demands, including repeated physical beatings and forcing her to engage in sex acts with male sex workers while he masturbated. According to the complaint, after this, she attempted to separate herself from him in 2018. Combs forced her into her home and raped her while she was repeatedly said no and tried to push him away. Diddy's team came out and made a statement, and it went as follows. In the statement, Combs' attorneys, well-known celebrity defense Ben Brafman, said client vehemently denies these offensive and outrageous allegations. For the past 6 months, Mr. Combs has been subject to Ms. Ventura's persistent demand of $30 million under the threat of writing a damaging book about the relationship. I lost my track. About the relationship with baseless and outrageous lies aiming to tarnish Mr. Combs' reputation and seeking a payday. So that's what happened on Thursday. That news report came out on Thursday. And then the day following, 24 hours, news reports came out. Diddy and Cassie reached a settlement 24 hours later. It says Sean Diddy Combs and R&B singer Cassie on Friday settled a lawsuit she filed one day earlier that accused the legendary music producer and rapper of raping and physically abusing her over a decade. Both sides resolved the claims in mutual satisfaction. Cassie's lawyer announced without disclosing the terms of the settlement, "I've decided to resolve this matter on terms that I have some level of control." And then Combs added as well, "We have decided to resolve this matter. I wish Cassie and her family the best." So that long-winded, detailed about, I just want to give everybody the overview of kind of what happened. And the documents are there if you want to read the 35-page lawsuit. It's on the internet if you want to go into details of everything that was said. I need to get everybody's reaction. What are you guys' thoughts on? Let's start from the top when the claims initially first came out, because it was all over the internet. Like, it shut the internet. And I don't say shut it down, but that's all everybody was talking about. So when y'all saw these allegations, what were your thoughts?
That this nigga's real life doing GTA missions.
He said he's doing GTA missions? Yeah.
Real life GTA missions. Like, once I saw that they said he blew up Kid Cudi's car, right, and he hung Wale over a balcony, I lost my mind, bro.
You lost your mind as you were surprised?
I wasn't, so we can touch that in a second, but I wasn't surprised from a standpoint of, I was more surprised about the acts more than the fact of him retaliating about Cassie, if what I'm saying makes sense. It's like, you blew up somebody's car because they were dating somebody else. You know what I'm saying?
That sounds crazy.
That's
a nigga's working with a man is working with a shorty in a studio, your girl in a studio, and then you hang him over the balcony.
Did that really happen? Like, he really hung him over the balcony?
It's in the claim. It's in the claim.
But no.
That's just Cudi's team confirmed that his car did get blown up.
Well, that's just the claim, though.
Huh?
That's just the claim.
No, that's in the report. That's in the lawsuit. But I'm saying some of the stuff people came out and confirmed that it happened though. Like
So I get you.
Shot Ant, whatever his name is, Ant.
We're saying like allegedly, like based on the report, we're saying like allegedly, right. In the claim. That's what we're talking about. Like just reading the report. When we're reading the report, like what are your thoughts of, like, after you saw the stuff that was in the report? Like, if it's true, what are your thoughts on it? That's what we're speaking of.
I mean, yeah, I wasn't surprised. I really wasn't surprised because there's been a lot of rumblings about who he has been as a person for a while. I think that why I really wasn't surprised was because I feel like, I wasn't surprised. I'll put it like that. I wasn't surprised because of the stuff that has been said about Diddy throughout the years, what you see, the independent stories of what you've been seeing, the independent stories, what people say when you go to Diddy's house, stuff like that. So I wasn't surprised. It was very much like, okay, this was on brand for him, but it kind of gave a lot more context to everything else of, Cassie post relationship, Cassie during the relationship, you know, the shaving of the head, X, Y, and Z. Like, it gave context to everything that we saw, which we thought was just okay because they were doing their own thing.
No, the allegations themselves are insane, bro. The list, like you said, goes on and on about ridiculous things that he's doing. But not like you said, it's like, I don't know, you get to that $1 billion, and it's kind of like they do those GTA missions where like he's not.
That boy lost sense of self. But like when I was reading like the allegations of like just thinking of a standpoint of like, say these claims are true, obviously they're alleged, whatever. But say these are, it's like, bro, what is this man doing? That's what I thought. I was like, yo, this is kind of crazy, bro. Not kind of crazy, it is crazy. Like from what Moose was saying in terms of not just the stuff that happened to Cassie, because that alone by itself is nuts. Like all the stuff she claimed that, we're gonna go into detail, but it's just that stuff alone without the other stuff was added that Moose was talking about, the GTS of it on top of that. It's just like, bro's living in a whole. People really live a whole different lifestyle when you up that high and got that type of bread, bro. But you know what I'm saying, for all this stuff to not like surface is what I'm saying. Like all this stuff to not surface in any type of media is just like.
But I think that also plays into the role of like why. All right, let me just unleash myself. This is the problem with the black entertainment industry in itself, right? Like when you look at situations like this is literally the more extreme. Granted, that was extreme, but it's also another super extreme version of the R. Kelly situation. It's two sides of the same coin, right? For years, we made jokes about R. Kelly. The Boondocks has a whole episode about it. You know what I'm saying? Like, we watched what happened with R. Kelly, and then we all was faked outraged when a couple of white people decided to do a documentary on R. Kelly, and that was when we all wanted to collectively say, you know what? Let's lock him up. He deserves to be under the jail. But we heard about this for years. But we just chose not to either believe the victims or we just chose to turn a blind eye to it because we like to step in the name of love. And it's the same thing. It's the same thing here. My bad, bro. It's the same thing here with Diddy where it's like, yeah, we like to hear Every Breath I Take or whatever the shit's called. Or we like to hear Danity Kane or Me and You. But at the same time, we've heard about what he's done. You know what I'm saying? We've heard that, yo, he was abusive to Cassie. He was cheating. He forced her to shave her. We heard these claims, but we ignored it because we wanted to be entertained more than we wanted to pay attention to their personal life.
Well, why did she stop at a settlement? Like, just push through. Like, I get it's easier said than done, but it's like, if all this were, I mean, I'm saying, if she believes this were all to be true and she stands on that, why just stop at that settlement?
So to answer that question 100%, it's a couple of things, right?
Yeah.
She was abused for 10 years.
Okay.
She was abused for 10 years, and when you look at that situation, a lot of people, not even talking about sexual abuse, domestic violence, all types of trauma that you deal with, all types of trauma that you go through, it takes a while for people to even decompress themselves and even have the strength to talk about that in the way that they talked about it. Because the reality of it is that the money in itself isn't really the case more than it is about the fact of her letting her talk about her story.
But that's what the picture is being painted right now. It looks like she's in it for the money, even if she like
no.
It kind of.
You talking about because it got settled so quickly?
So yeah,
nah, because
from the outside looking in,
but like this,
I get what he's saying. I get what he's saying. He's saying maybe to the people, because like even like what you're saying, Moose, and correct me if I'm wrong, Rocket. So what Moose is saying is like it's hard for somebody to kind of like talk about stuff that's happening, things like that. And I was having a conversation about this off air when I had that thought process too. But it's like, but if that's the case, why did it go to like the New York Times, one of the biggest publications in the world, and you put the documents and all this stuff and all these publications telling people and you're reliving your trauma through that. And but like what he's saying is like you did that already, so why not just continue to go through the case? Is that what you're saying?
Yeah.
So okay, so let's put it in perspective like this, right? To finish out the trauma point, like at a certain point, some people are lucky enough to process that trauma and talk about it in that sense, right? With the power of lawyers, family, X, Y, and Z. They have that ability, right? But now at the same time, presenting it to them is the idea of I'm telling my story in an organized way. Now, bringing it back to your question, the idea of it is you brought it to the New York Times because the New York Times is probably one of the most credible publications that you have. Right? Let's look at it regardless how you think about the situation, right? Just regardless. Look at Megan Tory. Megan Tory is a prime example as to why you would go to the New York Post rather than just saying report it to the Shade Room. Because what happens is you go to blogs, right? You can pay these blogs a little bit of payola and they can say, well, rumors say that Cassie was okay with this. You know that even in the black community, Diddy is powerful enough where he can send that money out to control that narrative.
No, for sure.
You can't control that narrative with the New York Post.
For sure, it adds credibility, but I think what he's saying is like he's saying you've went this far already. Why not just go through the trial with it to bring justice if that's what you're looking for? I think that's what he's trying to get at. Not you know what I'm saying? Not saying that he agrees or doesn't agree, but I think
I get what you mean.
Okay. You've already made you've made that step to put it in the credible source. Like we're talking about all these credible news platforms. And obviously we don't know like what's going on behind closed doors. We can't say whether, like you said, she's over the trauma. She's probably not at all, that type of thing. But it's like you went this far for to bring it to like notoriety and stuff like that. Why not just take it the full length of like bringing this person to justice for for not just yourself but other stuff that he probably done based on allegations, and you're settling within like 24 hours. And he's saying that's painting a picture that's like, oh, this is all that it was about, as opposed to what everybody else is saying it should be about.
Okay, that's fair. Okay, I understand.
I think that's what he's asking.
Okay, I think that this is just my opinion. I think it's a couple of things. I think this has been brewing for a while. This wasn't just I don't think this was just a 6-month thing. I think this has been something that has been going on to the point where it got to a legal situation. So now
before the legal process. Okay.
You get what I'm saying? Like, because they've been separated since 2018. It's 2023 now. In 5 years, they could have literally had that situation where she had a talk where she wants to maybe make a book about her life. She wants to talk about these things. Diddy probably caught. This is just my speculation. They caught wind. Things started getting crazy, and because of already the stuff that has happened with her previously, Diddy is bound to do something else. In my opinion, right? This whole thing about the $30 million, I don't think it's even about the actual price point, because it's Harvey Weinstein. These are the lawyers that fought against Harvey Weinstein. Mm-hmm. So they probably did the payout, take all that out. I think for her, it's one about the process of being able to tell a story that everybody's been afraid of not being able to tell because they can't, because people have certain connections. 1. 2, even in that situation, it opens up a situation for her where if something happens to her, you have to look at Diddy. It's sense. Public record. That makes sense. Diddy, this is what Diddy has done. If something happens, it's cool. You know what I mean? Like, so for her, it gives her the opportunity to now feel safe, and her to also be justified if something happens to her in the future, and for any other people. You know?
I get what you're saying.
I just think that people have been afraid to talk about it because, like I said, Diddy's a very powerful man in the industry. You know what I'm saying? Like, I use this as an example. Like, take Wilder, like, Ryan Leslie's situation is crazy to me still to this day.
Explain it for the people that don't know.
So for what people didn't know, he had Ryan Leslie. He was an up and coming music star. I think it was probably like 2015, around that era, like 2012, 2015, 2016. And he started dating Cassie. As a result of that, he ended up breaking up with her because of Diddy, obviously, indirectly. But ironically, what people don't know was part of what happened with him at that time when he was really about to break out was that all his music, literally all his music on a laptop hard drive disappeared. It got stolen, whatever, and he said, I'm doing $1 million payout for whoever can find this X, Y, and Z, but it has never been recovered. Ironically, this was also around the time that he was dating Cassie and he stopped dating Cassie, and then everything just disappeared and never recovered his music back. And since then, he's kind of been out the spotlight. So now it's like, when you look at that situation as somebody who's an up-and-coming rising star like that, and then that happens. The same thing with Kid Cudi when he's dealing with anxiety, mental health issues. It's like you also kind of notice that even after my Kenny called the 808s and Heartbreak, he was a rising star, but he still kind of stayed out the picture after a while. Right. You know what I'm saying? Even after 2012. You know what I mean? Like a lot of the people that you see that had these issues also was kind of out the spotlight for a little bit. So it's like when you see that and they all have a connection to Cassie and Diddy, you start to really think like, okay, so what's really going on behind the scenes? You know?
Let me ask you guys this. When you see like stuff settle like this quickly, after like allegations are being brought, do you think any if there's justice to be had, which clearly there is some type of justice to be had, do you think it's ever gonna happen? Or do you think it's gonna be able to just keep going by the wayside? And 2, do you think this is gonna affect like his businesses at all?
With Diddy, because he settled it the way that he's settling it, I don't think it's going to affect his business now, but I think the idea.
Wait, you don't think like it's gonna put like any type of like stamp or crest next to his name or anything like that? Like, do you think people are not gonna like second?
The brands he work with are really high tier kind of brands, so there's some kind of backlash.
I think there's gonna be some type of, just from, I feel like I feel like this type of stuff is damaging to anybody, whether it, like they settle it in court, they don't settle in court. I think just like the allegations alone, like having something like this, like you said, in like a New York Times gives it that credibility. It's like, people pay attention to that type of thing.
But also, I'll say this. Part of the reason why I'm also saying that is because a lot of these things also happen in a domino effect. A lot of people don't move until they see someone else move when it comes to money like that, right? So my thing is like, let's take this for example. Part of the reason why I'm saying it may not be as big is because one of the biggest things Diddy used to be associated with was Ciroc.
Right.
For a minute now, Diddy isn't with Ciroc no more. We just think that he is because he was the foreface of it. Right. He's now De Leon.
Right.
I don't know if that's his own independent liquor company, but if it is, it's like at this point, Ciroc can't do nothing to him.
Right.
He's already disassociated himself with that. So whatever other businesses he has, it's possible if they're like a public business like a Ciroc. But because I think he has a lot more private businesses, it's not going to be a situation where now, if he was with Ciroc drops, I'm just using this as an example. Now say MTV decides to cut ties, or all these people decide to cut ties. Like the idea of it happens in a domino effect.
So you don't think no type of like blackball effect is going to happen?
No.
I don't think he's gonna get blackballed.
No. I'm just curious. I'm just curious.
Oh, actually.
What'd you say?
He's a top boss in a lot of the stuff that he does.
No, for
it's
sure.
Like he's not responding to anybody. Like, there's no response he usually has to give to anybody.
I feel like it'll be like years later until like all that stuff like really like blows up.
Let me ask you guys this. What do you guys feel about that ecosystem within the industry though? Because this is just one story of like many that happen like this. Like in general, like what do you think about the ecosystem within the music industry?
I mean,
not just the music industry, but just like business in general.
I mean, it makes sense. I mean,
what do you mean by it makes sense?
It makes sense. Like nobody has said anything. I mean, people know, but people don't talk about it the way that they should because of who Diddy is.
I don't want to lose their
well, I'm not even just talking about Diddy. I'm talking about the entire ecosystem, all this stuff. Like this is just one like spotlight of like things like this that happen when people use like power over people. Like that type of thing. So I'm just asking, like in general, what do you think about the ecosystem?
But what I'm saying is, this is something that's normal though. Like it's like
I'm saying, should it be normal though?
Oh, okay, no.
That's what I'm asking. Like your perspective on the eco. Do you think this stuff should happen?
It shouldn't, but it's the reality. It's like let's talk about it right now. Let's talk about it again. Like Palestine and Israel. A lot of times we look at Joe Biden and we look at all these politicians as the most powerful people. It's not. It's the lobbying firms. Like the American Jewish Association is part of the reason why half the people here are doing this. They threw the money at them, so they have to do what they want. They put them in power. They put them in office. So now looking at it like that from a standpoint of that, Diddy is powerful because he probably has a lot more connections than what we know to the public eye.
True.
No, for sure.
What I'm saying is, while it shouldn't be the case, it shouldn't. But the unfortunate thing is because of how Diddy has set himself up to be that person where I have to talk to you, right. I have to kiss some ass, pun intended, to get some things. It has to happen.
But yeah, I think go ahead.
Nah. Just kind of piggybacking off what he said. It just goes back to like people just don't want to lose their position. Like position and power. Like
no, true. And I think I asked the question wrong. I was saying more so of boss CEO using his leverage as boss CEO to make employee X do whatever they want or whatever because they have that power over them to do whatever it is, and then putting their life jeopardy, whatever it is, in line because they have said power. That's what I was like. Not necessarily the relationships that he has, but the ecosystem within like a business and org where someone who has all the power, who's the leader, wherever the boss is, doing whatever they want to their employer, somebody they sign because they know they have their leverage, they're in a contract, and making them do whatever they want them to do.
Good. I mean,
I feel like you have two options in that situation, that ecosystem. You either leave the ecosystem or you have to try to break that ecosystem.
I think that's way easier said than done.
That's what I mean.
That's my point. It's like this happens commonly. Like let's look at work. Like at a job, you go to a 9-to-5 job. A lot of people execute their power because they can. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? Like there's some things that people can just do themselves. There's a lot of busy work. If you're a supervisor, you could do yourself.
Right.
But you task it out to the people under you because you don't want to do it. It's still an execution of power. It's not this extreme, but it's the situation of I have the ability to just task this out and run it in a way where I could do it. Like that's just a normal thing of America. If you have money, you have power, you have status and opportunity, you're going to execute it on people who don't because you don't want to do that. Right. It's easy for me to just task it out individually to people and just reap all the benefits.
Do you think it's right or wrong?
It's wrong. It's 100% wrong. 100% wrong.
There's always going to be gray areas with things like that, though.
What gray area is there?
The things that we just said, like people like taking advantage of power or just doing other sorts of things. It's like we said before. It's either like you either go with the times or you try to break that system or you just transition and move on and do something else.
How do you? Go ahead.
I was about to say, like, could you put yourself or like see yourself in that position?
I'm breaking the ecosystem, bro. Like I'm
like,
radical.
If I feel like I'm being taken advantage of, bro, I'm gonna exit the situation because at that time you just if at that moment in time it's just like you know what you're doing. If I know what you're doing too, it's one thing if I don't understand, I'm ignorant to what's going on. And not to this extent, obviously, but like on a lower extent, like Moose was saying, like doing extra, whatever it is, and you just taking advantage because you know you can take advantage. It's like, and I'm feeling that it's like, why would I keep myself in that position if I have the ability to leave? It's different if I don't.
Right.
If I don't, then it's like sometimes you just gotta. I guess you have to take it, depending on what it is. But when it's something like this.
Like
it's like you can't
something like this.
There's not. You can't do that. You can't do that. And you don't even have the power to like in like instances like you don't even have the power to change the ecosystem.
A lot of things that's crazy about that is that in the entertainment industry, like any other industry, it's who you know in those relationships. So it's like that in every industry, but in the entertainment industry, I feel like it's so extreme. So like those like situations cause more toxic. I know like you can abuse the power by a boss, but then you need that boss. That's probably why they stay.
You're literally like
you lose the job with Diddy. Where else you going?
Yeah, you're literally like two people and probably like one really deep conversation on a drunk night away from getting into a situation where you can set people up if you literally meet the right people at the right time. You know what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. So it's like I get what you mean. It shouldn't be done, but like Kendall said, like it's such a small community, and I mean small community of people who can execute and make moves. Because obviously, you can meet interns, you can meet other people who work in there, but when you get to the point where you start meeting people who make those moves, if you literally just let them talk or you have a funny night, good.
Let me ask you this: as men in like a male dominant, like the music industry is obviously male dominant. A lot of these industries are male dominant. How do you change the ecosystem so women feel comfortable and don't feel like they have to do certain things like this or have to experience things like this?
I mean, it's nothing solves it. It's terrible. I work in finance, so I can tell you how toxic and masculinity it is.
That's probably one of the most toxic ones.
One of the things you can definitely do is put women in leadership. They're capable of doing these jobs.
Facts.
It's the same exact job that I do. Just a woman is just as capable to do it. So I mean, putting them in leadership roles, I mean, it kind of works like anything. Like as black men, it was nice to see like black leadership. You know what I mean? So seeing black leadership, it inspires you and show like good vibes.
So putting people in positions of power.
Positions of power. Yeah. I mean, how you flip power is giving power to those who feel like they don't have the power.
Yeah, it goes back to what Chase was saying. You kind of have to break the ecosystem. I feel like a lot of times, with trying to make women feel comfortable, part of it has to involve listening, and it really genuinely means listening. You know what I mean? Like sometimes, like, and I'm just assuming, like, I'm just basing this off of just who people are. Sometimes people don't even want the leadership thing. Like,
you just want to be heard.
They want to be heard. Mm-hmm. You know what I'm saying? It's like, hey, maybe you could switch the hours, or maybe not do X, Y, and Z, or maybe provide a situation where we can kind of enjoy our workspace, or enjoy a situation where I don't feel pressure to do X, Y, and Z.
Right.
You know what I mean? Like, maybe put yourself in a position where, yo, if women want to do this, let us know. Or maybe just even the super small things, like if women are going on their cycle, have tampons and have pads available, or like the certain
or just
things,
give them time, or give them the ability to have off of work for things like that.
Yeah, like give them the ability to just let them be themselves. Because I think like the bigger talk about that in the workplace is like you have to feel like you have to put on this persona. And a lot of conversations I hear with women, especially black women as well, is that like a lot of black women feel like they have to be this kind of person to operate in a workspace. Some of them are reserved, but they feel like they have to talk. They have to be the executive black woman to do something. And a lot of times they don't want to do that. Sometimes they just want to go to work and go home.
I've heard that across the board. I've had conversations too, like when it comes to like women, how they feel they have to present themselves in the ecosystem or at work and environment, where us as men, we don't even think about that type of thing because we are men.
What do you mean?
Like they have to care. Like there's certain things that like men you can get away with. Like certain things we talk about, whatever that we don't even think twice about, or the way we maneuver, that they have to be on their best not their best behavior, but they have to bring their A game essentially, to even get like half the opportunities that a man would get in any given environment, which is not false. Bro.
Not even just that. It's just even like women have to prepare themselves on men who can't control themselves. Prime example, right?
Yeah.
Prime example is like the conversation about you deal with a woman who's thick and she wears a skirt to work, and she may, it's not her fault of her own.
Right.
She just fits into the skirt well. She fits into the outfit well. Some guys may look at that and they feel like an opportunity is like, oh, she's trying to show herself off. She's doing this, but it's not that. She was just born with curves, my nigga. Like, what did you expect her to do? Like, and
you're not wrong.
And it's
You're
like,
not wrong.
and I feel like a lot of times, like going back to that conversation about making women feel comfortable is also like on a men's end is just also know how to operate around women. Like a lot of guys, like honestly, I have the conversation. A lot of guys don't know how to hang around pretty women that they're not attracted to or trying to fuck, or they don't know how to handle just even what it takes to even be around women that are just attractive.
Right.
Like guys, a lot of times, like a lot of guys are really insecure when it comes to being around pretty women that are around a lot of men, or women that know how to interact with men,
or women that are pretty successful in, like you said, all this stuff.
And I think that guys just need to learn how to let women operate in that, because I think that a lot of guys use their achievements and their accomplishments as a way to establish their sense of self. Yeah. Like a lot of people, sorry, I'm going on a rant now a little bit, but yeah, it's like a lot of guys, let me not even just say a lot of guys. A lot of people in general use certain assumed traits of certain things to internalize certain character traits about themselves. For example, right? If you're a doctor, right? If you hear a doctor, you naturally think doctors care about you. They do X, Y, and Z. They're very homely people. They do all these different things. Not really. A lot of them really are shitty people. Like some of them are shitty people. Some of them will sit here and prescribe something to you, and then they'll go smoke a cigarette in the back room.
Bro, I went to go get my physical, not to get off track. Doctor didn't even do nothing, bro. I'm just like, yo, how you telling me I'm good? My body's healthy. You supposed to be doing the knee knock. You supposed to be doing the ear checks, and even doing just there for the vibes.
They just had a conversation with you.
Yeah, it's like, you good? I'm just like, what is this? I'm probably dying inside. You're not even telling me, bro. I'm just like, what?
Therapy session.
Yeah, I'm just like, wasting time. And they bill you. Like, which is
And they bill you
$300
$300
for some BS. But yeah, bro. And when you finish, I mean to cut you off. I just thought about that.
No, I was just gonna say, yeah. So I just think that like when people assume those traits, they like internalize it, and then they assume those traits because of said character, career, and achievements. But that's not always necessarily the case. Like there are some lawyers. People think lawyers are shitty people, but there are some people that care. There are some nurses that care. There's a lot of nurses that are just really good at doing their job and disappearing. So it's like when you learn that your career or your achievements shouldn't internalize who you are as a person, especially for men dealing with women in this workplace, it helps women because now you don't have to be this machismo ass nigga that you feel like you have to be. You can just be Moose or Mills. You know,
it's the craziest thing that I think they need to change in the workforce when it comes to like women is the time they get off after their kid. Like in the United States, they get like 6 to 9 weeks or something like that.
Maternity leave, yeah.
I think that's way too short.
No, you can get more than that, bro.
But I'm saying pretty standard is like it's not. You don't get that much time off.
No, it's standard, but you can always request and you can get like extra 2 more months.
But I'm saying, do you think that's even long enough for a newborn? I don't think that's long enough.
Because put in
I mean, at the end of the day, you still gotta like go back to work and make money.
I mean, yeah, but put it in perspective though. Sorry, I mean, because it's like women have birth, right? They have to deal with that, whether if it's C-section or it's a natural push-born birth. After that, women still have to take care of the baby. After that 6 weeks, women are still dealing with postpartum depression, postpartum issues,
body healing,
and a lot of times they use the 6 weeks as an assumption, but most of these women have different things they have to deal with, and you still have to come into the office,
right?
You know,
but I'll say minimum women probably can like 3 months.
I still think that's a little too short, bro.
No, I'm saying like right now it's probably like 3 months, bro.
3 months at work?
For maternity leave, it's not.
You can request for more though. That's what I'm saying.
But we're saying like this. Obviously, you can request more. No, we're saying like the standard that jobs give is not that long. Is what we're saying it should be longer.
Like we're saying that outside of the I'm about to have the baby like 2 weeks before, up until the baby's okay to be by itself, or I could switch with husband, whatever.
Right.
We're saying that in terms of what women deal with and what women have deal with, and what we know about women now, that corporate idea should change.
No, I get what you're saying. I think it should change, but I mean that's just like you said, the standard.
So
I think. Go ahead. What you say?
The best country right now is Japan.
Hold the mic to you.
The best country right now is Japan. It has 12 months they're in the league.
Yeah, and I think other countries be like 6 months.
But it is
Like
kind of wicked
6
though. None of
months,
them.
4 weeks. For Lithuania is 4 weeks. Dang.
That's no time at all,
That's
bro.
1 month.
There has to be
That's-
there has to be stipulations on that.
Yeah,
That's,
has
oh
to
my
be.
god,
What
that's
is-
disrespectful, bro. That's crazy.
4 weeks.
There has to
It
be
is.
there has to be stipulations on that.
That's OD.
They just try to
That's-
hide it.
But that's wild,
That is crazy.
and that's stuff that we don't got to think about at all. And then also, what I realized too, I think a lot of countries, by knowing Canada, bro, the guy gets, if the mom can get 6 months, and then the man can get 6 months off too. Depending if you have a newborn, to allow them to switch roles, get back into their workflow, that type of thing too. You said 2.5.
Yes, it's a madness, but you know.
Definitely madness. Y'all got anything else on that topic?
Just people who are out there talking crazy. Stop talking crazy. And it kind of just showed me that a lot of people do not pay attention to things, nor do they actually really care about women. But yeah,
What do you mean we're talking? What was they saying?
You don't want this?
Diddy shit.
Oh,
Yeah, 100%. I wanted to say that no one's talking up for her. Like that.
You saw-
it's common people people you have on your timeline that are natural or
Yeah.
like blog posts, but there's not like these.
You
these
see how
artists, where these, like, writers,
crazy.
where these, you know what I mean?
You see how
No one jumped to
crazy
the
people was talking about Meg, and people still don't know the story to this day.
true. But
Cassie explained that story from start to finish. One, you ain't hear niggas say nothing.
Nope.
You want to know why? Because it start from finish, we saw the case.
Yeah.
Nobody said nothing. Clear cut. That nigga is weird.
yeah, nah. Whatever
is
that
weird.
Shit is weird.
I see more women talking about Cassie than niggas. Niggas like, well, he did that shit. He weird.
You
Women are
can't-
like,
you
I
can't
don't
defend
know.
it. You
I
can't-
don't believe
you-
Cassie.
You can't defend that, bro.
But you see Megan Tory and Party
They actually
and
went
the
to trial,
baby.
though, bro.
They went to try because they had no detail. This was written
Nobody
out
has
like
no
a
details.
But this was. I know. I'm not defending love. I'm not defending.
I know what you mean.
book called him love.
This nigga called him love. This nigga called him by his higher self.
Bias, he called him
God.
love.
His higher
called him
abusive
love.
self.
It was a joke.
Wow.
Yo.
But it was. It's a claim.
No, we get what you mean as a claim, but I'm
We
just-
get what you mean. But
yeah.
nobody settles a case like that fast. Nah, he would have let
I mean,
that
you
go
got
to
the
court.
bread
He would have let that joint ride out if it was. You know what I'm saying?
You don't close that fast. You guilty as hell. Like this, you
I
don't-
think
I mean,
enough-
if I had the funds just to close,
Nah.
make a settlement, I'm doing it.
You let it bleed
No,
out.
bro.
You let it bleed
that
out.
Fuck no.
No, you let it bleed out.
Why?
Because if you know that you innocent, if you have that
Nah,
money,
that's a fact.
and if you know you innocent, you have that money, you let it bleed out because you have the bread. Bread's not a problem. You can write that shit off X, Y, and Z.
Yeah.
If the person is accusing you, they have to come up with the bread to do that. Did he pay her that $30 million for 2 reasons? One, because he wanted to settle that as quickly as possible because that's not the only thing that came out. And 2, he didn't think Cassie was going to court. He didn't.
It also was a drop in the bucket for what that man has.
Yeah.
Well, we may never know now.
No, we gonna know. I'm telling you.
You think they're gonna make a doc about it?
Not a doc. A lot more people gonna come out.
I don't know.
I think more people gonna come out.
You think
In due
more
time.
people?
Yeah, I think more
I mean,
people
I don't think anytime soon, though.
The artist Aubrey from Danny Kane. I was watching one of her interviews, and they were talking about how everybody got their publishing back. She was saying how like when they were getting the publishing, they had to set NDAs about anything that ever happened when they worked with them, and she's like, nah, because she knew like more stuff. Like this stuff was the stuff that's coming out was coming out. She's like, nah, I'm just gonna let it ride out. She said in the interview, I've seen it.
Yeah, but that's why I said that's why that whole
was
thing was
bold.
weird. That whole thing was weird because, and I'm saying jokingly, Mason Cam, when they got them, yeah, we got our masters back. It was a cool thing, I'm just really happy for the opportunity. Shout out to Diddy, a New York nigga, a nigga from Harlem. That's all he has to say. That's the only thing. That's the only thing Mace and Cam had to say.
Right.
Out of all people, shout out to Diddy. Nah, something was off, bro. Something was off.
Kind of like you just said that one episode when people just so happily just get checks in the mail and
Not the checks in the mail.
you know what I'm saying? That's kind of like
That's what I mean. It's just like, yeah, shout out to him. Like, nah, Cam and Mace just said that. Oh no. No.
Yeah, it'll be interesting to see what unfolds and what continues to happen. If anything else comes up,
Facts.
we'll be on the lookout for it. But
You want to talk about your homegirl,
ooh.
Megan, and Party?
Party. You can bring that. Bring it in. Go ahead.
So apparently, Partisan Fontaine, who is a writer, in the music industry, has made a response to his, I guess his intimate relationship with Megan Thee Stallion. It detailed a lot of different things that have happened that involved a lot of things that a lot of people are already aware about. Where he expressed that he didn't know about Tory Lanez and the baby. He brought up new information such as, the producer, she was having sex with the producer and she knew all this. She was texting different men and that she was lying, And so.
Free Tory.
You said free Tory?
Don't get me in trouble today, bro. So I just want to know you guys. I just want to know your guys' thoughts.
Oh man.
Don't get me in trouble today, bro. Please.
Why you say that?
What did you just ask me? What do you say? What do I think the thoughts are on the Partisan Fontaine?
Partisan Fontaine song and everything that was alleged in that song.
I haven't heard it.
You haven't heard it? I was trying to find the song and play it, but he has a good pen, bro. He has a good pen. People were saying that the joint was terrible, but he's a songwriter. Like he's not like an artist. So,
but you notice how everybody's saying the song is ass, but nobody's addressing the content.
You said nobody's what?
Nobody addresses the content, but the song's garbage. He can't do it, but it's like that's not.
What do you think about the content? You weren't Team Meg, were you?
I wasn't Team Meg story. I know she got shot. I just think that at the end of the day, this just all leads to me just thinking that everybody that is involved in that whole situation, they were just all very shitty people.
Yeah.
And I've personally never seen that before, where everybody in the case is just a shitty person.
You think he got the short end of the stick, Partisan Fontaine, since he was just like caught in like the everything that happened? If he didn't really know what was going on?
Yeah. Now, I mean, I feel bad for him because he was defending Meg. He was out here being a feminist. He got feminist tatted on his stomach, but it's like at the same time, it's like
he did what?
He has feminist tatted on his stomach.
He did it because he already had it, or
I don't know. Either way, he still had it, but it's just.
I'd be like, dang, he did all this. Just for... I'd be sick though. I'd be sick if I was out here. I was out here defending, and you find out like all this stuff happened.
Yeah. Not the woman you thought I was. Word to Quavo, but it's like, it's just more so about the fact that I just think that they all shitty people. I mean, I feel bad for him, but it's just more so like you didn't have to repeat that in the song. You could just let it rock in the interview. But then again, like either way, he would have lost because he's competing against very volatile fans.
Do you think Meg's career is gonna take off anymore? In terms of like when she drops music, drops her next project, just singles, that type of thing. Do you think it's gonna, or do you think it's kind of just gonna be kind of like what it is right now? Like even Kel, she kind of like had the height of her career, that type of thing.
I think it goes back to the relationships. Like if everything that people have said about Meg and her in the industry is true, I think that does affect how they will work with her and relate with her.
In what sense though?
If you are somebody that's sleeping, if you're someone that's being alleged to be sleeping around in the industry, you're sleeping with producers X, Y, Z to get tracks, money, whatever it is. Like if you're doing that and you now come around and try to be professional with people may do that. But even in that sense, it's two things. Either she may take it as they being shady because they're trying to be extremely professional and take that personal relationship out of it, or she just may not try to rock with them because she may try to not want to be in that space anymore. You know what I mean? So like she's not wrong for how she's feeling, but it's also like the accountability factor has to be in there, and you just have to allow people to just be professional with you.
I mean, do you think she has a star power still to like for her music to like take off? I guess that's what I'm getting at, as opposed to like I've like. What you
no, I was just gonna say I think about like for like her career, I think she's gonna like be on that coast. She might have like one of those good singles here and there, but I
guess I have a different opinion. I don't listen to Megan Thee Stallion really.
I don't either.
But her star power is clearly there. She posts something, people comment. She has the eyes on her.
Like in terms of like a personality. But I'm talking about the music though.
But I think
she's gonna need to make a pivot, to do something else.
I think we talked about this before, but I think like the Jack Harlows, the Baby, Meg, and a couple other those people that like really got popping during the pandemic, like their issue really is more about the fact of they have a lot more influence not being musicians than they do influencing music. Mm-hmm. It's like they can have bigger bags from like Jack Harlow with New Balance, Meg doing whatever she's doing, the Baby being a director, than they do actually making the music. Like their outside of music talents seem to be better than their in music talents. Right. And so I think that for Meg, I think that you're right. Like the music is okay. I don't think that she's gonna pop the way that she was anymore, because I think that era is starting to close, especially with the Diddy, the City Girls, and everything's going on. It's like, but I think that like if they pivot out, I think they'll be all right.
Yeah, I was just wondering.
She definitely had a moment though.
She definitely did. She definitely had a moment. She was at the top of the game for a minute when it came to women. Let's jump into some more music talk. The conversation we've been waiting for.
Mm-hmm. No.
You know what I'm saying? The one that Moose doesn't want to, you know what I'm saying, give somebody their credit when credit is due.
Who?
Drake dropped Scary Hours 3.
Okay.
So
funny, yeah.
so on Thursday, Drake took to social media and announced that he'd be dropping the third editions to his Scary Hours franchise. This came less than about 2 months after Drake released his latest studio album For All the Dogs. Everybody, well, his fans were pleasantly surprised by the 6-track EP after he announced at the release of his last album he'd be taking some time away from music. He dropped it, a 6-track EP. I know everybody in here listened to it. So I need honest thoughts. Who should I start with? Let me start with Shani today. Let me start with Shani with this one. How you feel? How do you feel about the EP, Scary Hours 3? You said what?
I like that, Joe.
Yeah?
Yeah, it was tough. Especially the Evil Ways.
Yeah,
Evil Ways.
that joint, I was riding through Philly yesterday. You know what I'm saying? Doing my daily task for work and stuff like that. Bumping that joint sound crazy. Everything that we was debating that we wish that they did on the first record, they did on this record. Like, and I think they do what they had to do. I know he probably over here. I'm not even looking at it. He's shaking his head. What's your thoughts, Moose? What's your thoughts?
It's like it's like y'all praising a 16-year-old kid for making his bed in the morning. Like, it's like
we said we doing what?
Capping.
We doing what?
You capping.
No, it's like y'all praising Drake for doing what he should have did in the first place. It's don't get me wrong, it was good, but the conversation about it is that you do this stuff for the numbers. And then people complain about hip hop. We know that you control hip hop. Be that hip hop nigga and give us that, because that's what you knew people wanted.
But he gave it to you.
No,
He gave it to you in pieces.
Here's
He really set up the play.
He didn't really set up the play. The thing is,
His caption was directed to you. He said, "For all the ones in there, why Aubrey and not me era?"
Not me, not at all. Not me at all.
Straightly directed it.
Not at me. It's not at me. It is not at me.
Damn.
Niggas must have lost their mind.
God damn.
I'll turn to a hater real quick.
Damn.
But anyways, all I gotta say.
Yo, Moose funny. She said, "Not at me." I tried to get reaction.
Nah, but it's just more so. We knew that you could do this. We just know that you making a play for the numbers, not the actual art of rapping, and niggas can see it. So niggas got upset about that. And so my thing is that you did it. We happy that you did it. Just when you want to do it, we just know that you're talented enough to rap, and rap for the numbers. That's what niggas are complaining about.
So he did what he had to do?
Yeah, but at the end of the day, I will say,
like, what more do you want from him?
I'll say he met what people wanted him to do, but I will say this. All this little subtweet that he's been doing trying to leave out Kendrick, that Evil Ways track showed me that Aubrey Graham should never ever mention his name in Kendrick Lamar Duckworth or J. Cole's name ever again.
Why?
Because you saw on the track how hard Drake went to try to really match up with J. Cole. And you could tell J. Cole was really not even trying like that.
That boy Cole was coasting. So give Cole's goddamn credit.
Damn. I never said that I didn't give him his credit.
No.
I said he wasn't on top four. I said he wasn't on top four Mount Rushmore.
No. I'm not talking about you. I'm not talking about you. I'm talking about
the Mount Rushmore either.
Nah, not about this man right here.
Okay.
Since how long we been potting? What episode we on? 138.
138.
Okay.
Has bashed J. Cole, saying he is not one of them guys for the longest time.
You do it to protect Wale.
Thank you.
You do it to protect Wale.
But why do you throw him in the dirt to protect him? Just give him his credit.
Because the conversation that everybody has about J. Cole when they talk about J. Cole is they act like J. Cole has been the best thing since sliced bread. When you have the conversation about it, right? When you talk about his contemporaries, when you sit here and talk about Wale, there's never been a track that Wale and J. Cole have been on where Wale has been on one track, had a good verse, and J. Cole didn't come back and snap. When they had their little beef, you heard Groundhog's Day and you heard False Prophets. Both of them niggas dropped fire tracks, right? That's number one. Number two, Black Friday, when we talk about that shit, who had the better verse? Did Kendrick snap on J. Cole or did J. Cole snap on Kendrick? Who had the better verse? It was Kendrick at the time. Don't do no recency bias. Don't do no recency. And my conversation about it is that My conversation is never about J. Cole is not good. That's never my conversation. But my conversation is always like, you guys make it seem like the gap between Kendrick and J. Cole is like astronomical, but it's not.
No, gap between Kendrick and J. Cole?
A lot of people do that with Kendrick and J. Cole. And a lot of people do that as if Kendrick and J. Cole is like Drake at the top in like heaven with all the gods. You have J. Cole who's somewhere on earth, and Kendrick is kind of like, eh. A majority of people, a majority of Cole fans do that, right? And my conversation about that, I don't mind saying J. Cole's a top 3. I can say that. But my conversation about it is that when you sit here and talk about the top 5 conversation, y'all make it seem as if J. Cole is just this nigga that niggas can never touch. So Kendrick has done it. And to an extent, Wale has done it on some tracks too.
So out of the three headed moms that everybody talks about, what's the order right now? Right now on the pod, what's the order?
My current order for me.
We're talking about rap.
Are you talking about
pure bars?
I'm gonna give it to. I'm just gonna go Kendrick. It's gonna go.
Yeah, it's gonna
Cole and Drake.
Yeah, it's Kendrick, Cole, and Drake.
Delivery system.
I think it's Kendrick at 1, but I think it's interchangeable.
If you want to talk,
I might
go. It's interchangeable.
We're talking about pure bars.
So what? Okay, so put it like this.
Right,
What's okay? Actually, no. I'll say this, and I'll be objective in this conversation.
I don't know.
I'll be objective in this conversation. Are you talking about storytelling or are you talking about bars?
I'm just talking. Take that. Don't say just rapping. We're talking about just rapping. You can put
whatever, bro. He's clever with the.
No, but that's what I'm saying. That's important though, because if you want to talk about storytelling, there's no nigga in that 3-headed monster that's touching Kendrick Lamar.
I'm not. That's why I said. That's why I said take that. That's why I said take that out. That's why I said take that out.
If you want to talk about,
I don't disagree with that.
If you want to talk about,
I'm just talking about rapping. Like, yo, we just heard these two bulls rap on Evil. I'm saying rapping. Yeah.
My own preference is gonna be. It was always gonna be Kendrick then Cole. It was Kendrick then Cole always.
Okay.
Always. So Drake was. I've been saying. Well, yeah. I said what I said.
I might have a little bit of recency bias.
Everybody do
because Cole just been going crazy, bro. I don't like Cole's been on a personally been on a run. I know Kendrick hasn't really dropped since his album, but like I'm just recently this past year, Cole, his features and all that stuff has just been. I don't know like a real like bad verses. You say like when Drake drops it, that was terrible. I don't know any like bad verse that he's had.
Yeah, because the thing is with Cole listened to niggas when niggas was calling him corny. Niggas call him corny. They call him,
and he's been walking niggas on their own tracks, like walking them
because he saw what happened. I said it. I was joking with this with somebody last night. I think that when Drake dropped that In the Morning track and he did that little, I like some because he wrote a question or whatever. I think that was the day J. Cole said, "I would never ever let this man walk me on my verse ever on the track with me ever again." It happened, and my thing is that's why I said is like even when Drake tried, Kendrick's coast. Cole's coast was like, I'm still matching with you. And then when I want to pull away, I pulled away. It's like, that's why I said it's like the conversation with Drake is not that he's not good, but look at the people that actually put emphasis, not into just making hits, but to writing and rapping.
Who? No, I was going to say, who has the better delivery system?
That's what I was going to say. The delivery is different. So Cole always walks because his flow is walking. Like Drake has to switch his flow to like, all right, I'm about to coast and walk on this beat real fast. Like he's a, I don't know, that's why I say like, what you think is better? I was like, oh, artist or rapper? But yeah.
What do out of Evil Ways? Who do y'all think had the better verse? I'll play a snippet of it if you want to hear it again.
It was Cole.
You think Cole? I'll play a little snippet. This is from Drake's Scary Hours 3. It's Evil Ways featuring J. Cole. Them boys was walking on that
They
joint.
was both talking, bro.
They was walking on that
I
joint.
will say that stories about my brother by Drake.
Yeah, Jones.
That's what I said. Okay. I said okay.
Say okay.
That's okay.
What's that's your top record off of that?
Yeah.
Stories about my brother.
about brothers go
Wickman was decent. No, what was the shit where he was he was talking about James Harden?
The shoe fits.
Yeah, the shoe fits was decent, but the stories about my brother has some of the little quotable IG captions.
What he say when they iron him up, like he got his iron up.
Yeah,
That's my shit.
I'm a United guy through and through, but shout out Kevin De Bruyne.
Yeah, facts. I seen that. I was like, why is he a co-writer? I'm like, that's mad random. Like
That is random.
but no, it was decent. I was like, okay, I was all right, Drizzy.
So you can finally give him his credit for his rapping ability.
It's crazy because you're giving him a good review. You're just being really tough about it.
Because you should have did this in the first place.
What you mean?
You should have did this in the first place instead of sitting here talking about Carbone and getting out rapped by Yeet.
I think it was part of the play.
One was for the youth, one was for the old
It
heads.
was part of
He played for the streams.
it's part of the play, bro.
Artistry to it, man. Even the
that's
like
it,
I said,
yeah.
roll out the whole thing.
Like,
That's
don't
art
be
within the art.
People thought he was gonna take a little break. I was like, all right, before I really go, I'm gonna drop you this. What y'all been asking
Scary
me
hours, nigga.
for? Just to leave y'all with something, like just to leave y'all with something to be like, yo.
That's what he needed to do.
Yeah.
All I'm saying is that's what he should have did in the first place. Nobody mad about the fact you want to do that, but it's just you are a core hip hop rapper first, and you say that. Everybody's complaining about hip hop and the quality of it, and we fought like not we as a consumer, but the rappers follow you. If you gonna sit here and start going to the rapping, everybody's going to go back to the rapping.
Right.
But you want to play for the streams, everybody's still going to want to play for the streams. This is why my conversation about Wale always comes up. Because when y'all complain about that stuff, this nigga does it, and everybody makes it seem as if this nigga boring, he don't do nothing, and all he do is complain.
Right.
But y'all complain about the issues that y'all have in hip-hop, and Wale answers it, and niggas are like, man, this shit was ass. And it's like, well, y'all niggas don't want it then.
I mean,
Because it's like now he dropped 6 rapping tracks. Everybody talking about it. But how long has Wale been rapping for? And niggas like, whatever.
yeah, wait, this is a whole other side. How'd you feel about the Meek Rose project? That joint, they was rapping on that joint.
No, they was rapping. I only listened to it one time through.
That was a Meek joint that he threw a couple Ross features on.
I'm saying, I fuck with that shit.
Oh, for sure. You know,
I
I
did.
like me.
That
I
shit
like
was
me.
going crazy.
I
only
did
listened to it
too.
one time through. I'm not gonna hold you. I only listen.
Oh, really? Oh, bro.
I gotta really listen
to
to
the whole
it.
project. You gonna fuck with it.
No, they did. That joint with Tiana Taylor, DJ Khaled, him, they slid. I'm just saying that was a Meek album that
Hell
he
yeah.
just threw a couple things to Ross.
It wasn't heavy promoted either, was it?
Nah, because they was their own independent. They own the album, so they just licensed the album. So how it's going to work is that after they meet the quota of the streams to pay back the distribution, they keep 100% of the profits.
So everything after the quota is theirs. They pocket.
So even though they did $35K first week, that's still a lot
Hell
because
yeah.
it's like you own it and it's independent. But
Damn.
you know,
No, that's
a lot of people who don't pay
And the
attention to
project-
that.
And that's the way. A lot of people are about to start doing that though. A lot of people that have that leverage to do so, they're gonna start doing it, dropping our prices. But like people don't realize, like, and Moose been saying this. I'll give him this too. I'll give him credit for this too. He's saying like how first week like numbers really don't really mean shit, bro. Like people just do that for the look,
The facade.
for the facade. Because and then Meek even when people were trying to clown him about the 35K, whatever he's like, that's just pretty much for like Billboard and all that stuff, not knowing that I got millions of fans in different countries that are streaming my stuff and my numbers is going up. Like
You add them all up.
And it's not even just that. It's like the only reason why first week numbers will say it's cool is because on an economic term, you got to look at the average of how much people are going to play back afterwards.
Right.
That's why people talk about the playback value, because if you do, let's say you do 100K first week and the next week you do 20K, that's a drop.
that's a big drop.
And it's like now
That
you
shit's
got
gonna grow.
you got to think about how much you're going to pay the label back.
Right.
But if like they recoup everything in the first week or first 2 weeks, they may not push it as much. But
Right.
if you own the album, you do what you need to do. Yeah, you get like 40K first week. You license it a certain way. Hey, we'll pay you back this, and this. You make your bread, and then you get to keep the profits. So that's why people kind of want people to talk about the whole owning masters and like the distribution. It's important, but make sure that you make good product at the end of the day. That's all that really matters.
Facts.
You know?
Facts. But is it?
I was saying I agree.
He said, I said, I agree.
Hold on, before you move on, I don't mean to go backwards. One of those allegations was your favorite rapper being hung over the balcony by Diddy. How does that make you feel?
Bro, I was so sad, bro. I was so mad. I was like, I can't
The
believe
first time
this.
I heard about it was just now, and I was like, no one's gonna ask him.
I
That
didn't
your
think about-
favorite
yeah,
rapper was
yeah.
being hung by Diddy on the balcony.
It was sad. It was very sad times, bro. I was like, damn. I said, damn. I said, now Wale. I said, yo. I was like, yo, that just.
What to say?
I was like, damn. I was like, yo, like.
He was reading to the clay. He was like, he probably had to do a double. He probably got his magnifying glass. Wale.
I was like, damn. I was like, yo, he lost Solange. They did him dirty in the industry.
Bro.
Like they.
And he got hung over the balcony.
And he got hung over balcony by Diddy. Oh, I was like, nah. I was like, yeah, nah. Now everything makes sense as to why Wale don't be around. He said he don't want to be at the Rock Nation brunch, but that's a different story for a different time.
Hey yo!
weak.
All right, let's jump into the Face of the Future song of the day, presented by MBT Media. If you're listening to us on Apple, Spotify, YouTube, click that big red subscribe button, click that follow button. Shout out to our 8 new subscribers on the YouTube channel. Leave a comment, leave a review. We're trying to put out more content for you. We got a lot of new stuff coming as the year closes, the new year is upon us. The Face of the Future song of the day comes from Moose. Moose is not the record, but they probably got hyped. They was probably like, dang, Moose got a record out.
Maybe one day.
But the record is Moose. The one Moose sent me from Lady Ray. That's how you pronounce her name, right?
Yeah.
Lady Ray, and the record is Piece of Me. Once again, this is Lady Ray, Piece of Me. Once again, that was Lady Ray, Piece of Me. Lady Ray, Piece of Me. That was a good drum, Moose. That was a good drum.
A very, very calm vibe. I like Lady Ray. She got very like oldies voice, but she be doing her thing.
Nice little soulful drum.
Yeah, nice
I'm
soulful
saying,
drum.
can't get wrong. Go on a soulful record. That's the type of music I play like when I'm cleaning the crib on a Sunday.
Nah, facts.
You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? You need a calm day.
Facts.
Nice little vibe. But let's jump into some more news, some more Monday Rundown news. 3 Stacks. We was talking about 3 Stacks last episode. He dropped a project, but it wasn't what we thought it was gonna be. Moose said he tuned in. What were your thoughts?
Yo, honestly, I was surprised. I thought he was gonna play Hot Cross Buns for like a good 30 minutes, bro.
So
smooth shit.
So offline, you said there was no words on this album.
Yeah.
Right.
I know you fucking lying.
There's no. It's just
I know
instrument.
you
He
fucking
said it
lying.
though. He said it that he don't want to. He said that he just doesn't know what to rap about.
He said he's 48, doesn't know what the rap, but people don't want to hear him.
Damn,
Like,
I saw that part. I just
Yeah.
didn't think he would release a flute.
I will say though, that is disingenuous that he's saying.
what you
that.
mean?
By him saying that he's 48, people don't want to hear him rap. That's
Yeah,
disingenuous.
people want to hear him rap.
He's
bro.
capping,
Yeah,
but
100%.
he's trying to sell his album.
That's crazy.
But yeah, I thought he was
I was
going.
looking
I don't
forward
think he
to
cares
listening.
about the album sales for this drum, bro.
But it's not about the album. But in a sense of he's trying to kill the expectations of people wanting him to rap. If what I'm saying makes sense. Like
That's never gonna go away.
yeah,
It's
but
never gonna go away for
but-
the people that listen to.
Hell no.
but the problem with it is that for him, he doesn't want to rap with expectations of what he should rap about.
No, I feel that, but I mean, I don't think we have an expectation of what 3 Stacks should rap about though. Like, I don't have when you hear him, I don't have like a mindset of this is what he should be rapping about. It's like I just want to hear what he has to say based on the context of his song. Like when he did the record with Ye, it's just like I didn't have any expectations. Like, oh, 3 Stacks has a verse. I'm tuning in. Let's hear what he's talking about because we don't hear him that often.
Which is fair. I just think that while we may probably not, the general population is probably going to do the comparison to X, Y, and Z. It's already like because people already say that he can't count because he don't technically have a solo album, which I disagree with.
But yeah, they was in the comments coming after you for that one.
Yeah, it's crazy, but I'm like the only thing I'll say about that is that like if you really believe that Andre 3000 shouldn't be considered the GOAT because he doesn't have a solo album, then you don't know what happened with Outkast. Andre 3000 was not trying to make music, and he dropped that album specifically because he wanted to make that music.
Right.
So that was the only way they could do it. So if you really don't want to say it's a solo album because it's sold as Outkast, sure, but that is a Andre 3000 album. Big Boy had no hand in that.
And another thing from I was looking at based on our Mount Rushmore conversation. I seen a lot of different Mount Rushmores on there in the comments in all the platforms. A lot of different ones.
To end the conversation on that Mount,
You know what name I rarely saw? 3 Stacks.
yeah, but that's stupid because he is on there.
I'm not saying he's not. We're not gonna go back to the debate. I'm just saying that was just the point that the general population is
we
not
can't
gonna
do
put
that
him up
again.
there.
But the general population is also telling you that Lil Durk is one of the nicest rappers out right now.
Facts.
There's if you want me to be honest, I'm gatekeeping the Mount Rushmore conversation. There's really only like 10 to 12 acceptable answers of who should be on your Mount Rushmore.
And you said K Dot isn't one of them.
He's not. If it's not Wayne, if it's not Soulja Boy, if it's not Chief Keef, if it's not Future, if it's not 3 Stacks.
So
Nas.
who from this generation is allowed to be on there?
Nobody.
You just
As
said
a
Future though.
Well, Future, yeah. I'll say Future, yeah. Future the only one.
So Drake can't be on nobody's Mount Rushmore.
No.
What'd you say? Say it on the mic.
So you kind of you can believe that you can be like, oh, I'm a GOAT artist, but I'm not.
No, because most of that stuff he got from Wayne.
So what about like things like, all right, Mike created the turnaround jump shot, but Kobe mastered that bitch though.
That's fine. You can master, but you wouldn't know how to. You would be making it, or you mastered it, but it's almost like you wouldn't know how to master something if you didn't follow somebody else to do it. My conversation about the Mount Rushmore conversation is about the people.
So originality goes into your Mount Rushmore. It does not with mine.
The Mount Rushmore.
Only because we can do the same thing, but I do it better than you.
That's fair.
Yeah.
That's fair. But we put this in the conversation. And who would you prefer, Travis Scott or Kid Cudi?
I'm not a good person to answer because I'm going to take Kid Cudi.
But that's my thing, though.
Okay.
You make a lot of people make the argument that Travis Scott made better music than Kid Cudi or Kanye. But it's like, no. Like, even though he may have mastered,
but a lot of people may pick Travis over Cudi though.
Which is fine because Travis is fine.
But what I'm trying to say about it is that like Travis Scott would not be where he is without those two people. That's why I said like there's only acceptable people because of what they did and how they influenced everything else.
So you have to be an originator to be on the Mount Rushmore is what you're saying.
No,
not necessarily.
But that's what it sounds
but
like.
That seems to be what's keeping Drake off of yours.
Future wasn't the originator of trap music.
Of his
but
style.
But his style he was.
Yeah.
Of his style, yeah, you could say that, but he didn't make trap music.
But we're not saying that. But we never heard the Future sound before Future.
It's pretty original.
What sound? Who sounded like Future before Future came into the game?
That's fair. I can accept that.
Yeah, Jeezy,
yeah, but Jeezy to an extent about like when you talk about trap music, like trap music was cool, but trap music today would not be where it is. Like you wouldn't have drill music, you wouldn't have any of this
What if
stuff.
somebody said Gucci's on theirs?
I don't think I'll put Gucci up there.
But if someone from down south would argue that Gucci's on that joint,
They probably would.
based on his impact, his originality, what he did.
They probably argue. They
probably
probably
put
argue
Jeezy
him.
over Gucci. I feel like.
No, I'm just putting names of the Jeezy, Gucci, whoever you put. I'm just
But
saying.
they probably put Thug up there too.
Yeah,
But you're saying they can't be on there.
I could put Thug up there because Thug originated what this shit is today.
I won't
That's
disagree with
what I'm
that.
saying.
I won't
It's
disagree
like-
with that.
but
I guess original.
Wait.
To answer your
You're gonna
question,
say that same thing. Like Thug took some stuff from Wayne too.
True.
that's fair. Okay, yeah, but I think that
His
with-
goalpost move. He always do that.
No, I think no, because I think that he may have taken some things from Wayne. You're not wrong. But if you look at a majority of these rappers today, a lot of these niggas started doing what Thug was doing.
No, I totally
You
agree
know
with
what I
you.
mean?
Yeah.
I get what you mean.
Yeah.
That's why I said like Wayne is up there, but you also like so you are right. Originality and how that affects the landscape is an assessment for me. And I think that with a lot of those things, like 12 acceptable answers, Andre 3000 is on that list of acceptable Mount Rushmore people because of how he affected Southern music at that time and what he affected the content of how people talk about things going forward.
True.
Okay. Just curious. Just
I
because
agree with you, bro.
based off the comments, you know what I'm saying? So the next news, Snoop Dogg's been in the news for a couple things, but the one thing I want to talk about today is he just announced Death Row Games. So Cordell Brodus and Snoop Dogg are, if you don't know who Cordell Brodus is, his son, are once again teaming up in the business sector, building on their history of collaborations. In a press release that was released to Afrotech, it mentioned the father and son duo were steadfast in the metaverse, launching an interactive desert restaurant concept in partnership with Foo Fighters Universe and dropping Super Cuz, a comic book like NFT. Now they have a new venture up their sleeves with the creation of Death Row Games. According to the press release sent to Afrotech, the platform will serve as a home for minority creators and artists to develop and publish games in Fortnite through its Unreal editor. What are your thoughts?
Everything now just makes sense.
Explain what you mean by everything now.
The news of him quitting smoking and then him now starting the Death Row Games, it kind of just makes sense now from a standpoint of like, I think Snoop is also starting to establish himself as trying to put himself in different fields.
Right.
And I think that for him, for him to put himself in those fields, he can't be known as the nigga that smoke weed.
It's high all the time.
Especially when you dealing with a certain type of money that you want to deal with. You know what I'm saying? Like, I feel like that transition of trying to be known as like the music legend into trying to be someone in a corporate workspace or corporate entity, you gotta change that.
Do you think Snoop was just? I think Snoop's been past as being known as like a music legend though. Like
for sure.
People like when you look at Snoop Dogg, you don't look at him as just the rapper from the '90s. You look at him as like Snoop Dogg. Like he does whatever.
Snoop's
he got the
Snoop's
football.
like the WWE Hall of Fame. So.
Yeah, it's just like Snoop Dogg is just like you said, like an icon. How The Rock is kind of looked at now. He's known for multiple different things.
But we all know The Rock from wrestling. Like we all know.
Everybody doesn't know The Rock from wrestling.
Nah, a lot of people know The Rock from like Fast and the Furious.
Yeah. A lot of people don't. Yeah, a lot of people don't.
Really?
Bro, there's a lot of people that
No,
don't
yeah, we know him from WWE.
Well, I'm just saying, like when you look at like what's even made him the money, like that's insane. Like I don't know.
Yeah, the WWE is what made him the money. But like, if you look at The Rock and WWE,
Well, I mean, movie sales are ridiculous. Don't get me started.
We're saying like open Pandora's box for him. That's
He's like on like a $10 million like retainer every year from
So like what I'm saying is like it opened Pandora's box. Like even for like music opened the Pandora's box. For like now they're in such a place in their career where it's like they're not just known for what they started as. They're just known as like their names. The Rock's The Rock or whatever. You see him in movies. You see him having people pulling him to do in an election. Snoop is like he's made cookbooks with Martha Stewart. He has the Pee Wee football television show, the whole league, Snoop League. So it's just like that's the forefront. But I think like Snoop's kind of like elevated past like the rapper status a while ago. But do you really think he's quitting smoking though?
No.
You said what? You said nah?
No.
You think that's just for the PR?
For the PR, for people to take him seriously when he's doing these business deals.
Still smoking.
Because on the
See,
side,
smoke cheap because don't he get his own strands and all this build up that business too as well? Like
that's what I'm saying. That's what I'm saying. The whole idea of is like people think that he smoke a lot because he's a rapper. Like people look at him as he may have done all those things, but people still know Snoop as a rapper.
Yeah,
I feel that. And a lot of people. Another thing is like people like with the whole stigma around smoking though. Like the majority of people in the tech space be off smoking. Like to create this shit, you got people be fried, bro.
It's not about
Rick and Morty.
It's not just about the people in the tech space. It's the people who fund the tech space.
Oh, for sure.
When you start, it goes back to what I was just talking about. Like when you look at the people that fund everything,
yep,
those are the people that you're trying to fix your image for. You're not trying to fix it for us. You're not trying to fix it for even the people that may even help you with your stuff. You fixing for the people who fund the people to help you help your stuff.
Yeah. So when did it come to the point where you can just walk in a room as itself and not have to alter?
That's what I was about to say.
When it probably happened to him.
What you mean?
He's probably like business deals, stuff like that. He's probably seen it in real life. You know, what I mean, hinder him a little bit. I mean,
true.
Being Snoop can only get you so far. Snoop is Snoop, but he's not Warren Buffett.
True.
Not Elon Musk.
So after the deals are done, he can be himself. I'm saying I'll just go to the point of like, there was a clip when I think Jay-Z was talking about it. He was like, I walk into the room like as I am. I don't have to put on a facade. I don't have to do X, Y, Z. I can walk in how I'm looking right now and get the respect I deserve. Like, why? I guess if you put that into the scenario we're talking about, where Snoop Dogg, where he has to fix up his image, like, when will he be into the point or the status where he can just walk in as is and it doesn't affect any of his business?
But the thing is, that's not fair. That's not a fair assessment because with Jay-Z, how Jay-Z moved, like you kind of knew that Jay-Z was always doing corporate things, even in the music.
For sure.
Like for Snoop, and I'm not saying that this is the assumption that people would have of him. People look at Snoop Dogg as a nigga that made sexual seduction. You know what I'm saying? Like I'm talking about the older generation.
Nah, for sure,
you know what I'm saying?
Sure.
You made sexual seduction, you smoke, like we see it all the time. You know what I mean? And so for those older people who are older than us and our parents, they're probably looking like, yeah, like you mean Snoop Dogg, the guy that's with Dr. Dre that does like
the one that beat a murder trial.
Yeah, like they look at him the same way that we look at is Dwayne "The Rock" Johnson or is John Cena, the wrestler. Right. Like, you know what I'm saying? So we kind of have to be wary of that he's probably looking for a certain amount of money to fund these things, to be who he wants to be. And he has to change that image to those people, not us.
That makes sense.
Yeah.
What do you think is what do you think he's gonna create like in the Fortnite game? Like what type of stuff do you think they're gonna create in there?
Good question. That's a good question actually.
I've been seeing people like Fortnite's kind of like resurfacing again as like a premier game again, because you know how kind of like it had its peak and then it kind of had its valley. Now I'm seeing a lot more people starting to like
probably
go back
like
on the
characters and stuff like
characters and stuff.
Yeah, I think Fortnite's trying to rebrand themselves as who they were. They, in a weird way, they're kind of like Facebook in a sense of like they were really known for this one thing, but they're trying to expand it to a platform that's for like multiple different things because kids just hang out in Fortnite.
Yeah, it's like a metaverse.
Yeah. You know what I mean? So it's like for them, it's like with the Travis Scott and Kid Cudi concert in there, the Weeknd shit in there, like
it was really at the concert in the metaverse.
Yeah, you know what I mean? So it's like they're already expanded. Fortnite is already really the metaverse that people were trying to build. You just have to find a way to expand it into a way that's profitable for everyone else. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I know what you mean with that. And I never really thought about that, but I know what you mean by that. Let me ask you this. Do you think, because Shronny mentioned like building characters and stuff, do you think they're going to license out like Tupac's image, like Snoop's old image, like their whole camp, like Dr. Dre, all of them, like their images and stuff to like be in the game?
It's almost similar to like Call of Duty, where it's like you have to pay for like extra like side missions or even like package deals and stuff like that. Like you'll have to probably pay for the player, which is going to be like, I don't know, like say like $10, $15, and then you get like a package with it. But that $10, $15 like will probably end up collecting itself because everybody's going to want that character.
Facts. And do you think it's going to be kind of like how GTA is, where people have like their own maps and stuff like that? Kind of how where what's his name? Who's the
that would be crazy.
What's the rapper's name? The first day. The first day out. He did the first day out rap.
T Grizzly.
T Grizzly has his own like GTA. What server?
Yeah.
Do you think it's gonna be like? Do you think it's gonna be like that when it comes to like Fortnite?
It's possible. I mean, GTA, it could work like that. It's a very big possibility. I think that they see the success that they saw from GTA and they want to expand on that. I think that, yeah. Short answer is yes.
Okay.
Short answer is yes.
Y'all got anything else on that?
No.
No. All right, let's jump into our sports news. We got a couple things we want to talk about. Did y'all see Draymond put Rudy in the headlock?
Yes. Rightfully so.
He put Rudy in the chokehold of death.
Rightly so.
What y'all think about what you think about Cat not doing nothing about it? He stood right behind him.
I mean, that's his name.
What?
Yeah.
That's his name. That's his name, Cat.
Yo,
What is he supposed to do?
he put your teammate in the headlock, bro. You just stood there.
That's like-
Stealing?
Put him in the headlock too, or
Get
something. Like,
suspended.
I'm
Something.
shaking. What? My teammate? Nah.
it was right behind him. They could have put him in a. He tried, but it was on some weeks. You know,
All
Cat-
that to get fined and
Come on
suspended?
now.
Hell no.
Yeah.
bro. That little suspension don't do nothing to them. Really, the money that they making, that really do
I
nothing,
want
bro.
every dollar.
He's stupid.
But now, what did y'all saw what Pat Bev said in like his in his podcast interview? He's
said,
saying
"I
like
taught
it's
you better."
he's like I taught you better, but he's also like it's kind of like a mental thing that Draymond's doing for like when the playoffs. You know, I can try you because I know you're not gonna do nothing, like that type of thing. So when it comes to play them again and again, he's gonna keep picking on him because he's a cat. You soft, essentially. That's pretty much what he's saying, like Rudy. And then they said they already know nobody on the team likes Rudy, so it's like. He was trying him, say, I took out your center, the biggest boy on your team. Y'all did nothing about it. I see where y'all stand, that type of thing. But do you think Draymond's fake tough?
Say again?
Do you think Draymond's fake tough?
I mean, he be trying it.
In the basketball in the context of basketball, yeah.
I don't. Yeah, in the context, like where it's like, hey, I'm doing this so I can get the advantage mentally. I understand.
Outside of that, I think he really might put somebody to sleep. But I think in the context of basketball, I think
6'8", 260, might.
Yeah,
I think that very much in the context of basketball, he not fighting nobody.
so who's the owner of the Warriors?
I have no idea.
Wherever that is, that's the reason why he's like that. They don't have any other big men, bro. He's
the enforcer, bro.
He has to be the enforcer.
He's the
problem
enforcer.
is he's like 6'6".
You see.
He's been put in that position, so I mean, it's just kind of his
You
role.
see Ant-Man just rub him up like he said you ain't tough. He ain't nobody worry about you.
That's what you gotta do is Ant-Man.
Hey
But he's
man,
also old, man. He's
speaking
not
of
the same
him,
now.
who does he remind y'all of? Just say it. No, not Draymond, not Draymond. I'm talking about Ant.
And his
Gameplay. Who does he remind you of? No one wants to say it, bro. I said it before.
like his real dad.
He looks like MJ when he plays, bro.
MJ,
He looks like MJ on the court, bro, when he plays.
His athleticism is off the charts.
It's ridiculous. His gameplay is like, I'm just like, not saying he's that yet, but like his
He gotta get a
the way-
championship first. We start.
Bro, I'm
talking
not talking about. I'm talking about his style of play. His style of play, the way he plays on the court, like the shots, like even like the spots he gets to on the floor, like that type of things. He out of that new era of guards, it's either him one or what's his name, the bull from the OKC.
Shai Gilgeous-Alexander.
Yeah, them two is 1 and 2 for me right now.
I would say Maxey too. You can't forget about Maxey.
He up there, but them two is the top 2 right now. Maxey been kicking, huh? Ja. I mean,
Ja's more
Ja,
athletic to me than he's more of like a Derrick Rose type player to me, where he's super athletic and he can make some crazy plays. But in terms of like how I think that he'll probably end up playing compared to like an Ant Edwards or probably even like a Shai Gills, I don't think that he's probably going to be like that.
And you talk about you talk about the killer instinct thing. Ant has that.
Yes, not a fact.
Ant has that. I watched that against Golden State when Draymond was talking and he came down and scored like 10 consecutive points to win the game.
You win the game.
I'm just like,
That
that's
joke
killer
is
instinct,
crazy.
bro. That's like, you can't. Ja be having it sometimes. He be having it sometimes. But so out of those 3, what order would you put him in?
I'm putting Ant, Shai, and then Ja.
And Ja.
And Ja and Ja. I'm gonna have to go with Moose with that one.
Yeah, it's either Ant or Shai first, for real. Because I think like Shai's like was ranked number 8 as far as like was it guards or just players?
Players, I think it was just players.
Just players, right? Yeah, he just hit a game winner too.
Yeah, he been cooking, bro. He's been super consistent.
How much does winning go into that?
I mean, it's so early in their career. I don't know. They're only none of them are past like year 4, right?
Fine, but Ja's been in the playoffs and all that.
He has.
We had a chance.
Ant's been in the playoffs too.
Yeah, but who's the Timberwolves?
What you mean? They got a squad, bro.
They always have the squad. They had Zach LaVine, Cat Tom. They had Jimmy.
But
they
I
always
think
got talent's not their issue.
For sure.
Yeah, it's just culture is their issue.
Yeah.
There's no identity to that.
I think they got a little bit of. They don't have one yet.
You're
like
2 7-footers, right? That literally swat everything, but you have no identity as like that's.
But they're not. That's what I'm saying. If they were tough, that's what I'm talking about. The Draymond thing, bro. When I'm talking about Draymond, it's like you had a chance to give yourself an identity of like, all right, we're the new kids on the block. There. Like you can't just keep here and try and pick on us in our home arena in front of everybody. You feel me? That plays a part into it. You feel me? Like in terms of respect level from other players, all that type of stuff. But that's just my speculation from a fan standpoint. You feel me?
Yeah.
But the way Ant been hooping lately from the US, when he's playing on Team USA until now, it's just like he been kicking, bro.
Warm up for him.
Yeah,
It really was.
Did you see did you see did y'all see his what's it called, his commercial he did with Adidas?
It was all right.
But I think Adidas is making I liked it a lot. I think Adidas' marketing has been up in terms of like the content they've been putting out to push their products.
Yeah, I mean their content that they've been doing to push like the sports stuff has been decent. I'm not gonna say it's bad. It's just I think they need a transcendent star for Adidas to get pushed in that sports realm.
I think they're trying to make him that. You talking about basketball?
Yeah, basketball.
Okay,
I think they're trying to make him that though. In the way they're pushing him, like even like the shoe commercial where he was looking in the trunk throwing out LaMelo shoe and all that stuff. That's just like a statement in the advertisement in itself.
Jordan Brand fumbled the ball.
He should have signed his son.
There's no way possible. The commercials you could have made, you're just having them in the same commercial.
True.
Draw buzz. Like, you missed the opportunity.
At a young player, who do you think has the best shoe?
I don't really like basketball shoes anymore. Like,
Really?
Yeah. I know. Like when I was younger, sure, but I can't really say.
Kyrie not a young player, so I can't say him.
I'll say like a LaMelo. I'll say LaMelo and Ja has a shoe. Luka has a shoe. I believe as well.
Luka's a basura.
He said that what?
Basura.
I'm dead.
This is basura, bro.
I saw LaMelo. I was in the store that I seen LaMelo's like up.
Probably LaMelo's.
LaMelo's is kind of cool. They look a little. I don't know if they're heavy or not. They look like they're heavy, but I don't know.
I had the 2s. Them Jones is light.
They light. And I haven't felt like Ant shoe yet. I haven't seen, but
his Jones look fire too.
They look
though.
fire.
Like on TV, especially he had like the red like fuchsia pink laces. I'm like, yeah, them thongs look tight. I'll hold you.
That's a fact. Let's jump into You want to jump into NFL or college first?
Let's do NFL.
NFL. Chiefs versus Eagles Monday night.
Yeah, we're not even going to review the season.
You said what?
We're not even going to review the season.
NFL season?
Yeah,
we can review. I mean, we could review the season. I just want to talk about it's a big game.
No,
we can review. What do you want to review about the season? Let's talk about it. I know what you want to review. Let's get his stuff out the way first. I'll sit here and take the L.
For the great audience out there that doesn't know, I am a huge Broncos fan. And I couldn't come on the pod until we beat y'all, and we hand you that dub.
Now you want to show face.
Hand you that L. You know what I'm saying?
Y'all see how it is. It don't show face. It's been over what 8 years since you beat us.
I don't like to talk about it.
8 years, 16 games. You guys are 1-15 in the last 8 years.
Sheesh.
I start somewhere.
That's
You gotta
crazy.
start winning somewhere.
That's crazy.
So we're gonna sweep y'all this year. Don't worry about it.
That's crazy.
When do y'all play? Y'all play at the end of the season?
Yeah, always.
Yeah, we're not gonna worry about that game. If you do beat us, we're not worried about that. We're gonna have the bench players in.
Enough excuses now. I understand.
Next,
The first game was the game that mattered. You know what I'm saying? I know who we are better than. We're better than y'all, and better than y'all.
No.
Yeah, the Chargers. You been kind of quiet over there. What you gotta
Chargers
say
is
for
a
yourself? You
dumpster
talking
fire.
heavy.
Bro,
You was talking heavy at the beginning of the year. You was talking
so
bad.
bad.
Yeah,
bro.
like
Bro.
you was talking heavy.
Oh, we got both of y'all now that I'm thinking about it.
Huh?
Did we already play? We didn't play y'all yet, did we?
No, we played two games at the end of the year.
All right, that's cool. So you talking all this work, we still got to play.
about
But
to look bad
what's
for
your
them.
playoff content? What's your playoff
Bro,
chances?
no,
Nah, they want to do.
No, I know.
What's your-
Y'all are not going to the playoffs anytime
Yeah,
soon.
what you talking about?
When we play y'all?
You're not.
Huh?
I'll bring up the schedule right now.
Yeah, pull this shit right now, actually.
Since we on the
still in
top,
the hunt, man.
since we on
I
the
was
topic,
letting y'all eat, but now y'all want to bring me in this
He's
shit.
gonna talk about Mac Jones. I already know what you about to bring up.
oh, I need my flowers.
About what?
Thank you for that analysis on Josh Allen because clearly the Broncos used it. So he's been right about Josh.
Oh yeah,
Allen
he said
for
that.
a
I said
while.
that. I've said that.
I give you
I said that Moose is right about that for sure.
Ben told niggas he's not him.
He says not
We
him.
all knew he not. So,
I've been saying that when he
even if he has Stephon Diggs, like
Not him.
he can't even give him the ball. You feel me?
Like the problem with it is that it's too much of a roller coaster for you to consider him a top quarterback. It's cool, y'all want to take the risk, but you have to be consistently good for me to be like, all right, he's a top quarterback and he hasn't. The only reason why is because he's good at taking a risk, and I just think that like the media is trying to take out how I feel about him. They're trying to find the next matchup between Patrick Mahomes, X, Y, and Z. It's like you don't need to do that. Just let the shit flow.
And they need a quarterback. Who's the quarterback? Who's another top quarterback in that division? It was Aaron Rodgers, right? But he's hurt.
Yeah.
So you don't have really no one else to.
You think Aaron's gonna come back anytime soon?
Lamar.
You're not gonna.
Lamar's
say
not in that
Tua,
division.
dog.
Oh, that actual division. Yeah.
You feel like Tua though?
Tua is the top. He is the top quarterback in that
But they
division.
don't market to like a premier quarterback. They don't market him at all like a premier
'cause
quarterback.
when you watch him play, it's the zip on the ball that bothers me when I watch him. He's accurate as fuck. Like,
Yeah, I get what you mean.
He's everywhere, but when he's like a lollipop, bro. And you're like, someone's gonna get that, and usually Tyreek gets it and goes 60 yards.
And to your question, Rocket, we beat y'all 31-17 earlier this season.
Yikes!
It's
Yeah.
all good. We don't get a face back.
I mean, yeah.
Yeah, we play y'all at the last game of the season, so our we're not gonna be worried about that by the time we play y'all.
What you mean? You're not even. Are you leading the division right now?
Yes.
What's
Is that even a question?
How do you not know that?
Is that even a question?
I ain't worried about you.
I don't know the last time y'all sniffed the top of the division.
I
It's all
think
gravy.
Dang. The last time y'all was great was when y'all had.
Who's your
LT.
team?
He's the Eagles. He looks
Come on,
Y'all just better not
Who's
choke. I don't want to hear it.
who's,
Fuck that.
Matthew Bieniemy needs to go to
Huh?
the Pats as a head coach.
Matthew Ben. Who?
You said who his team is?
No. He asked me what the team. my
Yeah,
team was.
y'all
but
just better not choke.
we not.
He needs to go to. He needs to go to the
see
Pats.
that.
You know how Philly do.
That's why
You know
y'all,
how
that's
Philly-
y'all
Philly
just
do.
better not
I
Philly
choke.
do.
don't even see Kansas City making it to the
Ravens might make it to
AFC.
the.
Ravens
I
are
don't even
going
see-
to the
I-
Super Bowl,
They
bro.
might go to the bowl.
If they find a way to
Ravens.
replace, if they find a way
play
to,
hot right now.
I remember
they-
I saying that, bro.
You right.
if they find a way
Play
to
for your
replace
chip.
Mark Andrew, oh, it's dubs for niggas.
If they do what?
If they find a way.
That's
Mark
gonna
Andrews,
hurt them more than you
the
think,
tight
though.
end.
That's gonna
Yeah,
hurt
the
them
tight
more
end.
than you think, bro.
Yeah.
You saw what happened when our tight end went down. It was chips for us. You said what?
Who?
You said Lamar.
They getting the job done.
Yeah, they're getting the job done.
Yeah, sure.
Even though didn't they lose to the Browns like
just
last
2
week or
weeks ago,
something
he's
like that?
like, oh, they dropping all the passes. And
Nah, I think they beat the Browns.
That division
Nah.
is tough, though.
They lost.
That division is tough.
Oh, nah, it is tough.
The Steelers are 6-3. Damn.
See how
Yeah,
Julian doesn't talk about sports anymore? He just lets the Steelers keep winning. He doesn't say
Who?
goddamn
because he
thing.
knows that they
Julian,
shouldn't be
he's a
winning
Steelers
those
fan.
games.
Mike,
He doesn't say anything. He don't talk shit. He just
because Mike Tomlin is. He's just
One of
good
the
at
top
Joe
coaches.
Burrow hurt too now.
Yeah,
He sprained his wrist, I think.
yeah, for the year.
Was that?
Is there a year injury?
Nah. Probably a couple of weeks. But yeah, we played. So back to what I was saying, the top of the show, not the top of the show, but the top of the segment. The Chiefs and Eagles, Monday Night Football. Who you think's gonna win?
Y'all should
Prime
definitely-
time?
Y'all should definitely watch that from my.
the Eagles are gonna win.
I'm down to watch it from anywhere.
I think the Eagles are gonna win.
Eagles gonna win. Think it's gonna be a
I
blowout.
think they blow y'all out. I don't know why I feel
It's
that
not
way.
a blowout. It's not
I feel
gonna be
like
a
they blow-
blowout.
You're gonna try to get
Bro,
their
the
lick back.
Eagles I'm not sure, and correct me if I'm wrong. Anybody can Google it. The Eagles score on like 83% of their drives, bro. The only thing that stopped them is turnovers inside the 10-yard line.
Yeah,
That's it. The only thing stopping you is yourself. That's enough.
Yeah, I feel like the Chiefs. I feel like the Chiefs might take this L, but come in the playoffs, do some wizardry like they usually do.
I mean, our point differential is better than the Eagles. Why isn't Jalen what?
Why isn't Jalen talked about with Mahomes? I get the winning part.
Because he can't. What can you say?
Yeah.
What can you say right
You
now?
can't compare the two.
What's his last 29 games? What do you won? 27-2 or some shit? Like
Yeah,
that?
but what
That's
can Jalen say?
He's fire. He's on fire. He's passing the ball fantastic.
But I'm saying, what can he say in terms of
Who's
to
passing the ball? Who's
Mahomes?
passing the ball down the field better this year?
I'm not disagreeing with you.
I'm just saying. Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
I'm not disagreeing, but in reality, what can
not
Jalen
even
say to Mahomes?
Yeah.
You can't say nothing. I got the chip on your head.
That's a fact. That is a
Like,
fact.
what you mean? Like, you had the chip right there, and you know what I'm saying? You didn't finish the deal.
But I feel like Jalen has better tools.
Huh?
Better tools.
Better tools? Yeah, their tools already.
That's what I'm saying.
Tools is way more.
That's the
You have
separation
they have
factor right there.
On paper, they should.
They should blow y'all out. Yeah.
Yeah, but we know it's not going to be a blow. Like, we know it's not going to
You're
happen.
the best quarterback in the league.
Okay.
You always in the game. That's an important position to have.
Hey, man. All I'm saying all I'm saying over the last 3 years, I've been hearing the Chiefs is done. They're on the downswing. They've been doing X, Y, and Z. They can't do this. They can't do that. They lost their OC, but it never means nothing.
I mean,
It never means, and I'm talking to the Eagles fans because I've been getting text messages
It's
all
going to
week.
mean something in the playoffs for sure.
I've been getting text messages
That's me.
all week, bro,
That's me.
about Patty ain't this, Patty ain't that. We about to get our lick back, bro. We don't care. Only championships matter on this side. Only championships matter on this side.
I think this might be the year where you might just want to be wary of what you say, bro.
Why? Wary of what?
I don't know.
Wary of what?
Because I just think that the receiving core is not where it needs to be.
Bro, they said that last year too.
No.
They're going to pick someone up.
Bro, look at our receiving core last year.
You had Juju. That's somebody that'd be okay.
Is Juju a number one receiver, bro?
He's
Fuck
not
no.
a number
Hell
one.
no.
He's not a number one receiver.
He's serviceable. That's what I'm saying.
Yeah.
No, he's
Bro,
not.
Juju didn't do anything until
You're right.
we came to the Super Bowl when he
You're
made a
right,
couple
but
plays.
He's serviceable. How about this? Juju would not be the best receiver on your team right now.
You said what?
Juju would be the best receiver.
Bro,
on your team
anybody
right
that's
now.
on anybody that's on the receiving core right now could be the best receiver on the team because he spreads the ball. Except for Kelsey, he gets the
feel
most
you.
targets.
I feel you.
Okay, bro. I'm just saying, I'm not about to argue with you. Like he's
Nah, I
like
get what you're
he's
saying,
like
Miles.
I get what you're saying. He's like me when the Pats was fire. That's what I'm saying. It's like I understand what he's doing right now. That's what I'm saying. Just be weary, my nigga.
Hey man, be wary of who? Who you want to be wary of? Tell
No,
me.
it's not
Ravens,
about. It's
nigga.
not even that.
Yeah.
Lamar
It's
don't
not
beat
even.
himself.
It's not that. It's more so just be worried about the fact of part of the issue that y'all do have a lot of drop balls problems. And my
For
thing-
sure,
and
but that's not nothing new though. Is what I'm
But
trying
what
to
I'm
say.
saying is those issues that don't get fixed now become very, very glaring in the playoffs.
Yeah, but we're only halfway through the season.
Their defense is playing like the fucking 2000.
I mean, they've been.
That's what people don't want to talk about, bro. Is the defense, bro? It's like, yeah, even our offense is maybe not scoring as high, but you haven't seen how improved our defense is.
No, I know the
our
defense is
doesn't really
good.
give up.
Who's the special?
We have the same defensive coordinator we had for the last.
But what I'm saying is we know the defense is good. I'm not
No,
denying
they
that.
don't, bro. No, they don't, bro.
Because
I know
wasn't
that.
that always used to be the problem?
The defense
Miles?
used to be the problem.
Yeah, it
we used
used
to
to be the
outscore people. We used to outscore
True.
people. This is the first year that our defense is, I guess you could say, has been performing better than our offense has in terms of like what the
Facts.
expectation has been.
That's fair. I'm just saying that this year, I think that this year, let's hope the defense carries y'all. But if they just have an off day, pray that they don't get cold and have a bad day at the wrong time.
I mean,
That's the best way to put it.
At the end of the day, the Chiefs' defense just have to do their job. Mahomes is going to do him.
If our defense
You know what I
holds
mean?
teams to 21 points,
Facts.
we're winning.
In
You know
a
what I'm
realistic
saying?
world, yeah.
In a realistic world. You feel me? But
The problem is y'all not holding the Eagles to 21 points on Monday.
Or Lamar.
so Lamar is our biggest threat right now in the AFC.
Trying to tell you, that boy.
Lamar is our biggest
playing
threat.
for that check.
You know what I'm saying? But the Browns though, they six in the AFC right now.
Wait, is Lamar showing his worth now, Miles? Because I remember last time.
For sure.
Yeah.
For sure. He's showing his work, bro. I'm not gonna if you showing your work, you showing your work, bro.
I wonder who said that.
I felt like he was always showing his worth, but I mean,
I wonder who said that.
No, but to the status of tier quarterback that everybody put him in, he was not put up there.
How?
That's what I'm saying.
How?
Right.
How?
Bro, has he won a Super Bowl, bro?
Why? Okay.
No, bro, they're putting him in that. Am I wrong though? Did they put him in that category, bro? Has he appeared in the Super Bowl?
That's not fair.
Has he appeared in the Super Bowl?
That's not fair.
Bro,
That's
I'm
not fair.
Bro, You have to listen to what I'm
Look
saying.
what he's been going up against.
No, listen to what I'm saying. As Russo said, don't get emotional about what I'm saying. Listen to what I'm actually saying.
I understand.
I'm not saying Lamar hasn't performed in terms of talent wise, stat wise, all that stuff. But in the tier quarterback that they put him with, the Pat Mahomes, even the Joe Burrows and all them, he hasn't been in a Super Bowl yet.
Hold on. Wait, so would you consider what's his name, y'all quarterback, Justin Herbert? Would you consider him an elite quarterback?
No, nigga. No.
Would you consider Jalen Hurts an elite quarterback?
Yes.
Would you consider would you consider Tua Tagovailoa an elite quarterback?
No.
Okay.
What point you trying to make? That's what I'm trying to get at.
The point is of what I'm trying to make. The point is I'm trying to make for Lamar at least is that I look at this as that like I don't think that it matters that Lamar made it to the Super Bowl because he also has an MVP out of all those other quarterbacks.
But I know I get
so for me, looking at how he's played with that, and also the issue that again he didn't have a receiving core, it kind of came up to a situation where he had to put the team on his back, and he still performed well. He's an elite quarterback.
No one said he was an elite quarterback. I'm talking about in terms of they put him in the same category as like Mahomes and all of them. But I'm saying the only thing that he's missing when it comes to being in that category is what?
So
do you put Josh Allen in that tier?
I'm glad you asked that.
Josh Allen's not in Mahomes' tier. Hell no.
Okay. That's
Who's in Mahomes' tier? Then?
Nobody.
Okay, cool.
Yeah, Mahomes is top. But what I'm saying, if you were to put them, you put like the Aaron Rodgers and them type of people are in that tier because they've been in Super Bowls, they've won Super Bowls, that type of thing. That's what I'm saying. Lamar is elevated into that status because we know he's a generational talent and he performs on the field. What I'm saying is the only thing as the knock when they put him in that tier is that he hasn't even been to a Super Bowl. That's the only thing I've said.
Okay,
that's the only thing I've ever said.
That's fair. I guess I just
when they compare him to the elites in the game right now, that's his only like. Even when you compare him to Joe Burrow, what's the only difference? They've won a division and he's been in the Super Bowl.
Okay, that's fair. Okay,
that's all I was saying.
I look at. I guess you're not wrong in saying that. I just also look at the situation from a standpoint of he has an MVP and the rest of those tiers of quarterbacks that y'all have don't. Outside of Mahomes. I'm not talking about the upper echelon like legends. I'm talking about the people that are playing now that we consider in the top tier. Most of them niggas don't have an MVP.
So who would you consider like the top like tier of the quarterbacks right now?
It's Patty Lamar. It's Lamar.
Yeah.
It's Jalen. And honestly, y'all gonna hate me for this one. It's definitely Tua. You'll have to,
yeah.
Lamar kind of has a Josh Allen problem this year, though. His turnovers are insane. He's got like 10 touchdowns to 11 turnovers, something like that. So it's not being talked about.
It's not.
And they all happen in the fourth quarter, by the way.
Yeah, it is because I will say that a lot of those are really not his fault. Because
fumbling in the pocket is your fault as a quarterback.
But in the pocket, it is your fault. But it's also some of those touchdowns I've seen have been interceptions because of the fact of they just didn't catch the ball. It was literally like you couldn't do nothing about. That's a wild play. You know what I'm saying? So it's like it's different from Josh Allen, where it's like, yo, I'm literally just making this throw on 4th and 7, and I'm bombing it into double coverage, and whatever happens.
His IQ and pressure ain't that good.
Who's the more valuable quarterback, Lamar or Jalen?
Lamar.
You said to the valuable?
Lamar.
Lamar for sure because he has less pieces, bro. Like in their team is not going to be able to function without him because one, their system is built around his style of play.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And his weapons. Like you put like a Jimmy G in that system, they're not going to be good.
No.
If you put Jalen in that system, you think it'll be
No. It won't be the same. I
think they could still. I think they could still win, but it's not going to be the same.
I agree.
Like
it's not going to be the same. I'm agreeing with you.
Because Lamar and Jalen, while they are mobile quarterbacks, they play their
way different. Jalen runs when he has to.
Real shit.
You can't say Jalen Hurts mobile and Lamar Jackson mobile in the same sentence. But I feel you.
But
their mobiles are so different.
Yeah, but they're both
because it's like
can get around.
Jalen's like if you go and do something, it's like a power run type of being mobile versus Lamar. It's literally just speed. So you playing the game a little bit differently with Lamar versus him. You have to prepare for the power run majority of the time. You know what I'm saying? So
yeah. But that's all I have to say is like that would be his only like I guess the chink or chink on his armor or the knock to him is that he hasn't been into the Super Bowl yet. But that could change for sure. He's had opportunities. He's had opportunities to get there. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? But what's he on? Year 5? Year 6?
Yeah.
He gonna get one, bro.
He's one of the most.
Besides,
I think he gonna get one.
He's in a bad time, man.
The AFC's so tough.
You got Joe Burrow. You got Patrick Mahomes. You got. I mean, I'm not a big fan of Justin Herbert, but the motherfucker has talent, so I'll give it.
Y'all sleeping on the bull. You sleeping on the bull that's in Jacksonville too.
I'm not. He just, you know.
Them boy,
I like Trevor Lawrence.
He just doesn't. The team is just not organized.
They gonna make it. They might
it's
make
only their
it.
second. It's only like really their second year
That's
together.
what, no, that's what I
They
mean.
might do a Cinderella run.
That's what I'm saying.
What?
Like a little Cinderella.
But they're not a bad. They're a good. They have a good team. Like
no,
overall.
I'm just saying when I say like a Cinderella run,
It's
a
just
lot of
his-
people
I
is
feel
not
like-
Oh, expecting them. Yeah.
Yeah.
I feel like it's because his numbers are average, and I feel like while he may have like a piece or two, I don't think he has the piece to make Trevor Lawrence Trevor Lawrence. That's what it is.
He doesn't have a
It's
guy.
only year two.
Fair.
But
The number, yeah, that's what I'm saying. It's like when they give him what he really needs, when he develops into like a NFL quarterback that's comfortable being an NFL quarterback. What I'm saying makes sense. It's like once you give it to him and he gets it, it's there. He has the talent. Don't get me wrong. That nigga's nice.
They walked y'all down in the playoffs, right?
Oh yeah, bro. I was so mad. I was punching air.
I'm dead. I'm dead. I'm
This
dead.
life comes at you fast.
All right. Let's jump into college football real quick before we close out. What y'all think about Deion and them losing, not becoming bowl eligible?
Predictable to a certain extent. I thought they'd be bowl eligible though.
He said predictable to a certain extent. I thought they was gonna get 6 wins.
Just if you don't have the front to compete, until he gets the front to compete, I expect years like this. Like if he goes and stalls in that, the front seven and the offensive line again, you kind of, this is where you are. College football is just you need those kids from Nebraska, like you were saying last week. Like you need those kind of kids, and unless you can get those, this will be Colorado.
Yeah, and they had ample opportunity to win a couple of close games to become bowl eligible.
For sure, that Stanford game is what like messed them up for
The Stanford game, and then what was the game they just recently lost? That
Arizona.
Yeah, that they should have won that game too.
Why they take Shador out? You got hurt?
I don't know.
Maybe because they was getting like on last game.
It was 35-7
Yeah,
in
they
the
was getting-
second quarter.
Yeah, they was getting
They just
doored.
took his ass out.
They was getting doored.
hell
They said same
no.
for the next year.
Yeah, that's
You
crazy.
think that's smart? How you feel about that?
Yeah, because he's projected to be the number one quarterback off the board next year.
Damn,
Shador.
just don't let him play, bro. Like,
He already broke all the records.
mean, he
he's the
broke-
lead. He's the season leading passer in Colorado history. All that stuff.
I mean, I guess they all hit their benchmarks.
Passing rating.
Is he not getting talked about with the Heisman? His stats, when you look,
His
on
stats
paper,
are crazy, but
Heisman winning.
quarterback, you
Winning.
have to have a winning record essentially, bro. They're not gonna.
For like the first like 3-4 weeks, he was in the Heisman conversation, but it's just once the offensive line got dog walked in Oregon,
he
that
looks
was the end of his
He just
Heisman.
looks like he can walk down 400-yard passing games easy.
He can.
easy in his sleep like it's
That's not
nothing.
Easy. That's like you really have to respect that. Bro.
And what's even
Cool, calm,
scary,
collected.
and what's scarier about it is that he ain't even get the muscle that he needs yet. Like he not even there where he like I'm ready for the league. When he's ready for the league, it's gonna be bad.
Next year he gonna show out. I think even more than he has already.
I think he stays too much.
And we acting like he didn't show out this
He
year.
did. No, he did. But I guess how I'm looking at it is, I think that there's a Heisman and there's a national championship in his future.
He only has 1 year left though.
I think
He
it's
does?
Heisman.
Yeah, he was 1 year
I think
left.
it's Heisman. They might lose like 2 games next year.
Dor and Charlo, they both juniors.
Yeah, they both
can't-
got.
I see Travis
can't do the
Hunter
5th-year
Heisman
joint?
and Natty.
Nah, he played both years at Jackson.
Travis might go after junior year. He might leave out early.
Damn.
You think he should though?
I feel like if he don't get a quarterback, if he don't get another Shador, which they do have, they picked up the freshman.
Yeah, that freshman boy.
Yeah, from Georgia. He nice.
Yeah.
He really liked that. So if they can like go ahead and develop him, then maybe Travis will stay in the year. But if not, he'll probably end up going in the draft.
Let me ask y'all this. I got 2 questions before we close. One, thoughts on Bama? We was giving their quarterback some slack to start in the early season. They lost. They
definitely
benched
was.
him. All that stuff.
They're like 500.
And he's been undefeated since he got back as a starter.
I think that was a good move. Sit his ass down so he can get humbled, and now he.
I don't even know if it was like to get him humbled. It was the fact that the other 2 quarterbacks wasn't producing either, especially when they played
No, I'm
against
talking about-
USF.
You talking about when they benched Jalen Milrose, right?
Yeah.
I feel like that was like they definitely benched him.
But I don't think. Why do you think they? I don't think
he
they should
wasn't
have been.
performing?
It was third game of the season.
It was the third game of the
It was
season.
the third game of the
He wasn't
season,
performing,
and he lost to
bro.
a team that's still top
And-
ranked Texas team.
Exactly.
Regardless, he wasn't performing.
It's the
to
same
Bama
thing
standards.
it's the same thing that happened to like Tua and Jalen.
But but certain reads that he was like doing during the games was obviously like foolish. You know, when he was watching the games, when you watch,
Wait, what?
like when he played Texas, certain passes that he threw, like literally, obviously should have never threw the ball. Certain reads he should have never did.
Wasn't
like,
that his third career start
Yeah, it was
against Texas?
something like that. Yeah.
Get
Third
you,
career?
I get you, but like he wasn't moving the ball as much either.
He had it was more of a development stage. Like he
Yeah.
had to understand
When
how
they put
to
when
read.
they put them backups in, them boys look
Nah,
nutty when they used USF. I was like,
Yeah,
ew,
they
they
were
should
playing
they should have
horrible.
used that as a development game for him because
Yeah.
they look terrible.
Yeah,
Your second and third string, that
they
boy go
probably
down.
expected more from
they
him, bro.
almost lost that game. For real,
Yeah,
for real.
facts. Nick
Almost
Saban
lost
was
the game.
hot.
He was what?
Y'all think they make a run to the SEC championship?
They are.
You think they beat Georgia?
They already clocked it in.
Are they locked in?
Yeah, they
Yeah,
locked in.
yeah.
You think they win it?
Is Georgia and Alabama?
It's gonna be a ball game, bro.
I got Georgia.
You need
Think about
Kirby
it.
got Nick's
Think
number.
about it, bro.
Facts.
They expected the Bama to get blown out, bro.
I don't think they're gonna get blown
I don't think they're
out.
gonna get blown
but
out.
Georgia-
One thing
No.
Saban's gonna do is have them boys prepared.
Yeah, but I'm saying a lot of people expect Bama to get blown out. Huh?
You think they're gonna get blown out?
I think Bama probably gets blown out.
What makes you think
And it's
that?
only they're just better than you.
Honestly,
No, it's nothing like that. It's nothing like that. Like
but explain to me.
Georgia is just if you lined up roster to roster, just like the way they play, they are just better
Dang.
than this Bama team.
Who's Georgia play this year?
Everybody in the
That's
SEC.
perfectly
What you
fine.
mean?
Whoever's in lined up in front
Let's
of
see.
them.
I'm about to go to their thing real quick.
I don't know. I just feel like they made it.
I think it's gonna be a ball game, bro.
18 point. It should be
It's the SEC.
nice.
You
little
got
15, 18
you got to
point
realize Jalen Milroe is also a dual threat quarterback too. So I
He's
mean,
running
like,
with more purpose now. It
no,
looks.
I think
it looks
he's
better now.
passing with more purpose now.
Well, running better with actual. Before he's running because like, hey, I don't know what I'm doing. I'm
Because
scrambling.
if he gets I'm
Now
saying
it's
if he
like
gets in that
ridiculous.
passing rhythm, that's gonna open up a whole lot of shit, bro.
They had a solid schedule. They had they played South Carolina when they were ranked. They played Auburn when they were ranked. They played Kentucky when they were ranked. They played Florida.
And are these games close?
They played some of them are.
How many? What's close? Are we
Like
talking?
South Carolina lost by 10. Auburn lost by 7.
nail biters, bro.
Kentucky got doored.
we doing Kentucky. We doing Kentucky.
Florida got doored.
Talking about
Talk about
Missouri only lost by 8, and then Ole Miss got doored by like
Okay.
40.
what you mean?
that. Can you stop that run game?
That's the real question because y'all light up front.
You light up front, bro, but at the end
That's
of
why.
the day,
That's the only reason why I say.
but at the end of the day,
time
we're
of
going-
possession, You
we're-
don't have enough opportunities.
huh?
You may not have enough opportunities. Running the ball, slowing the ball, like slowing the clock down. Like that's why the Eagles are so goddamn good.
I mean, they're gonna
These
come.
drives
I feel
like
like
8
they're gonna
minutes.
come up with a scheme to where it's like they're gonna try to make Jalen Milrose pass the ball for sure. But like if Jalen Milrose can just diamond Nick and then do those read options and shit like that, they're gonna have a scheme to come up with, and their defense can. I mean, at the end of the day, Georgia's gonna be Georgia, and Bama's just gonna have to hold them to a certain minimum.
I'm interested to see.
They just gotta just take possessions away for real, for real.
Yeah, I'm really interested to see your quarterback play against that speed that they have on that side because he's just faster.
You got to
than
run at it.
usually.
You can't go side. You have to run
I mean,
directly
if you
at it.
see- bro, have you seen the way this nigga ran? He goes
Bro.
downhill.
Yeah, but that's not the Georgia defense.
But I'm
is different, bro. That
yeah.
front seven is different,
I
bro.
mean, Bama's front seven is pretty solid up front right now too.
yeah, I'm not negating
So,
that.
that's what I'm
Yeah.
saying, bro. It's going to be good old fashioned SEC football. Pads popping, people going downhill.
I also have a bias. I hate Bama.
Nah, I feel that. I feel that. That's what it's going to come down to. Because coming into this championship game, like I said, a lot of people are going to think Bama's going to get blown out. But I feel like there's going to be a scheme intact towards it's going to be a nail biter.
It'll be interesting to see.
get him
Y'all got anything else? Y'all got anything else in regards to the college football? And then next week we'll talk about our predictions for the actual playoff, all that stuff, because it's coming up close. So y'all got anything else for this episode? Y'all good? It was a solid episode, man. Episode 130 of the Face of the Future podcast. It's your boy Mills.
It's your boy, man, Samoose.
Peace.
Peace.
Oh my God, is that the Faces of the Future?